Hello there. We are back to playing Suzerain. I think we're either going to be very nearly finishing this game or finishing this game, this session, I would have to guess, because I'm pretty sure it only goes 4 years, and they were saying last time how we were getting to like the last bit of our time. We need to start thinking about re-election. I don't know if I'm going to get re-elected, but we'll see. Let's see, what happened last time? Rain makes donation to women. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I met with the ladies. They're pretty happy with me. There was a whole issue with the gendarmerie. My military hates me still. That's a thing. They don't like me, which is never good. And Russia wants to invade me. That's probably fine. It's probably all right. I'm sure it'll go well. Anyway, mediation of a dispute in gendarmerie. I arrived in the city of Vessard with Peter after receiving an emergency meeting request from Joseph and Lilius. I had seen the reports of a recent issue that rose between the Swedish police forces and the gendarmerie units of the city. The report said that an operation against a drug trafficking gang in Vessard failed due to miscommunication. It was not hard to guess what this meeting was going to be about. We entered the city hall and made our way to the second floor. I could hear Joseph and Lilius' voices echoing through the hall. I opened the doors to the meeting room. The two ministers did not even realize. Oh, they are fucking screaming at each other. How dare the police meddle in the affairs of the general? Blah, 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 blah. It was your men who started this ridiculousness and meddled with the ongoing police investigation. Their voices were getting louder and louder. Rural security is my jurisdiction, and your men were way outside of Vessard. Please calm down. Let's discuss this. What's going on? Apologies, but Mrs. Graff here fails to understand her place. Ooh. No, Mr. Lencia, you are the one who does not understand his place. If you continue to do so, you'll pay for it one day. What the fuck does that mean? I can't have my ministers be killing each other. This character has not been the slam the table type. It hasn't happened yet, and I don't know that it will. We will solve this conflict of interest. This issue has been in the back of my head for a long time, and now it caused real damage. Indeed it has, all because of the exemplary behavior of your police. Explain, tell me things. Mr. Greaser was tasked with the investigation of a drug trafficking ring in downtown Vessard. We found the evidence of a drug stash located in the outskirts of the city. We had to act quickly to put an end to the criminals we had been watching for some time. So we immediately sent our police units to catch them and find the drugs in the compound. Mr. Lancia and his gendarmerie did not notify us that they were also moving against the same target. That's a sign of a good country when one arm of it does not know what the other arm is doing. That's like really good. As a result, criminals got away and we lost months of progress. Okay. Don't you like speak with each other? There is, but the Minister of Defense decided to avoid notifying the police department about the planned raid. The same could be said about you because the reports show that you knew about the gang and their stash in the countryside. I started tapping on the table with my fingers. How do I make this never happen again? How do we fix this? I think this was the last drop. Internal security matters should be handed to the Ministry of Interior completely. We are called the Ministry of Interior for a reason. We can't let any more screw-ups like this happen again. She looked at me, demandingly. I want the gendarmerie to be transferred to the Ministry of Interior. What? Woman, are you out of your mind? We pulled out the fucking woman. Joseph turned red with anger. He composed himself after a moment. Can't these branches just try to improve their fucking communication, idiots? Just saying. I believe I just told you to fix the problem, Mr. Vice President. Well, but... With all due respect, there is not another way. Ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I won't hand over the gendarmerie to her, out of the question. What do you think, Joseph? Whenever operations overlap, we should engage at a lower rank with the local officers on both sides. We could work on establishing that, but it still doesn't change the wrong system that exists now. No matter what, we need to eliminate this gray area and modernize our internal security. Now I see what's going on here. Lilius set us up to create this incident. That's assuming a lot. I mean, it's possible. I don't like her, and I think she's against me, but Lilius bit her lips. That's going a bit too far. What proof do you have? There is no way that the police has arrived at the right time at the right time of a month-long search. You should have a funny hyphen there. On the exact day and minute of the gendarmerie raid. I don't know how you'd have to tell me like how often this shit is coming up, because if it's coming up all the time, then you see there's a little thing called statistics, and it's gonna happen eventually. It's kind of conspiracy theory territory. It's like, yes, absolutely. This kind of accusation is unheard of. He should be shot. He should be shot. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a word Mr. Lancia says, Mr. President. If you don't believe my word, believe this. If you decide to transfer the gendarmerie and weaken our military further, I will not be... Okay, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say what I've been thinking. I don't... He hates me, and he may very well coup me. But I feel like he at least tells me directly that he's going to do that. I feel like she fucking hates me and is going to stab me in the back at any moment. He'll stab me in the front. I think I'd rather be stabbed in the front, personally. Also, my military already really hates me. They also kind of hate me, but the protests did get quelled, so things are not exploding quite as much in the interior, I feel. I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. You are making a mistake. Thank you for protecting the structure and authority of the Ministry of Defense. For now, work together and don't fight among each other. I want capable and effective members. There are big issues at hand that need attention. Focus on them instead of each other. I would say just fucking work together, you stupid dipshit idiots. We will do our best, right, Mr. Lancia? That's right, Mrs. Graff. I left the room to attend to my next scheduled meeting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about her. I haven't trusted her for a while now. I think that she may be in with some bad people. She just feels like she's really against me. He's also an asshole, but he seems more up and up. But I say that, but he might coup me. But you know how it is. The bar, it's like in the ground. You know how it be. So, I don't know. Briefing on the current healthcare situation. This better be good. Give you people all the fucking money you ever needed. After my office with stacks of paper. Mr. President! He put the mountain of papers on my desk. It made a loud thud sound. I know this seems like a lot. Reviewing it shouldn't take more than a day. I mean, our conversations are really easy, actually. In the real world, this is like hilarious Banana Republic of silliness. I don't like him having to measure the pile, though. Like, let me get out the ruler to see how long it's gonna take us to get through this. Thanks for bringing these in. Thanks, dear. They contain very important information about the status of our healthcare. Salaries, expenditures, hospital reports, whatever you like. We can go through this together. Okay. I can't say the other thing because we know what that feels like, and we can't feel like that. That's the past and not the present. But I don't want to bore you, so I will quickly summarize. Oh, okay. I breathed a sigh of relief as he put on his reading glasses to look at the document he was holding. So we've concluded our report for the year. Thanks to the allocated funds from the state, we've improved the healthcare in the country overall. I have used the resources to begin a comprehensive health reform. We have more patients treated, less waiting times, and higher treatment quality than the years before. That is wonderful. It was a good decision to spend budget. That is great to hear. Thank you for your hard work, Pascal. This wouldn't be possible without your wise decision, Mr. President, so thank you. You let those other fuckers fall apart, but I get money. We are certainly on the right path to challenge even Lesbia or Volksland in the matter, but we're not there yet. However, give it a few more years and we might even surpass them. Goddamn. We will surpass them. Sure, I guess. Yes, we will. Moving on. You skim the rest of the document. The investments we poured into our rural health facilities has paid off greatly. Excellent. The quality of care increased due to the upgraded equipment, and we were able to hire more healthcare staff. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely, they deserve better. They have been neglected for a long time due to political reasons, not anymore. All these efforts have resulted in a clear increase of quality in health services provided to our citizens. Now that I've given you the short summary, there is a very important matter to discuss. What is that? The package was stamped with the big red letters that read confidential. Confidential? Pascal opened the package and brought out a few documents. He handed them over to me. What is it? It was a report for the Ministry of Health. Each page had a stamp on it that read for the President's eyes only. Oh no. Okay. those whispers I heard about polio. It's an actual thing. How bad is it? For now, it seems to be under control. We've put a few villages under quarantine. Oh, okay, we're at quarantine. I gotcha. The total number of infected is currently 1467. The death toll is at 23 so far. If we have more outbreaks, the results will be terrible. Thankfully, he received the additional funding to our healthcare. I was gonna say, I funded you people, so you can't fuck me. You can't fuck me here. Don't tell me that wasn't enough, because I gave you money. All right. So I don't know what you're fucking saying. Let's see. Should curb the infection ratio, although I'm afraid even that might not be enough. What do you fucking mean? What are you fucking saying? This is a very serious matter, Mr. President. The lives of Swordfish citizens are at stake. What can we do about it? Is there like something I can do about it or something? We've done our research. There is a cure. A vaccine was recently invented in United Kingdom, and the formula has been made available for free across the entire world. Wow. No matter what people think about United Kingdom, if the same thing had happened in Arcadia, we would be paying a steep price for it. Thanks to our very good decision made by you to increase funding for healthcare, we have the capability to produce the vaccine locally. But I'm afraid simply having the vaccines won't help. We need to make sure they're administered. Okay. Is that like hard? We need to implement a nationwide mandatory polio vaccination policy. With your order, I can immediately get to work to ensure we're doing whatever it takes. This might seem excessive, however. It's absolutely necessary. Whatever it takes to protect Swordland. Oh, no. We like the vaccine. We're not that fucking backwards, right? This isn't the era where everybody liked vaccines, all right? We cured polio and everybody got it, and we're fucking happy about that. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get to work immediately. I guess there's not that many, good emperors. It's one of those things where when you actually look at the record of all of them, it's like, ooh, some of you are really bad. Some of you are really stupid and corrupt, and the only thing holding everything together is just the fact that we have a lot of laws. Thank you for your time, Mr. President. Oh, welfare state. That's amazing. I'm glad we didn't have a polio outbreak and I underfunded my healthcare, because that would make me want to blow my brains out. I'm glad we don't have that happening. That's a good thing. I'm so glad. Volcanic power. Oh, volcanic power. Yarktralis harnesses advanced energy solutions. What the fuck is a Yarktralis? The Confederacy of Yarktralis. You made that up. That's not real. The southernmost continent of Vulcanis is a sovereign state for its Arctic landscapes. Oh, okay, interesting. We got the Arctic. Oh, okay, well that's too much. I don't care about that. The systems tap into the heat from the country's active volcanoes. That's kind of cool. Y'all use the volcanoes for energy? Channel volcanic heat through the geothermal plants, heating water into steam. Y'all are cool. Okay. What we got now? Oh, okay. That was a report. As I stepped through the front door of our stately residence, a sense of tranquility washed over me, and the house is quiet, almost too quiet, without Frank blasting his music from upstairs. I mean, things are better. The economy was at danger for most of this playthrough. It's gotten to unstable now, so really that's a victory. It's only unstable. My VP's a fuck up. He had a whole scandal. I hope it doesn't come up. I pray. The government budget was in the larger negatives, so it's only a little bit negative now, so really that's a good thing. Really, we're on the up and up. It just doesn't... I know there's several negative things on the screen, but really everything's coming up Millhouse right now. Entered the green study. Monica was sitting by the fireplace. What are you reading? Oh, I didn't realize you were home. I took some books from the presidential library. This one in particular caught my eye. Showed me the book. I didn't recognize the author, but the name definitely sounded Volgish. What the fuck is Volgish? Oh, okay, that one. It's about the women's struggle in post-revolution Vogsland and its breakaway states. Oh, I don't want breakaway states. The secretary is now gone. I have not been running a military dictatorship. I'm trying to actually fix the country. The country is resisting me. I'm trying to make the economy an actual economy. It's been resisting me, but we're trying. The secretary's gone. The secretary that my VP was fucking. It was really obvious. Everybody could see it. It's really embarrassing. I'm surprised there are any books about the Folgish Revolution. We got that in there? Interesting. I was told it was Tarquin Saul who collected most of them. Quite unexpected, really. It's probably, know thy enemy. Is everything really going well at work? Evelyn said Peter's finally stopped drinking, or most likely stopped drinking so very much. There's no way he stopped drinking. There ain't no way that's happened. He's been coming home a lot more often and spends most nights in his study working on documents. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking with me, Monica? I won't believe that until I see it with my own eyes. That was exactly my response to Evelyn. Is Evelyn staying with him? I don't know, Anton. Both of you seem to be under a massive amount of stress lately. What did you fucking think it would be like? We live in a funny banana republic and I'm the president of it. Do you think it was gonna be all sunshine and daisies? I've also seen that more and more protests have been— No! No! No, you shut up. You shut the fuck up, lady. Here, hang on, lady. Situation. What is this? Nationwide protests quelled. Quelled, Monica. It says quelled right goddamn there. Yeah, Peter wanted me to throw, my advisor, he wanted me to throw Peter away. I was considering it, but I decided not to because the one thing I know about Peter is that he is very loyal, and I'm like, well, I need one person I know is gonna be loyal to me. So I didn't throw him away. I was considering it, but I went against that. Hopefully he doesn't fuck my life up more. I'm aware it concerns me as well. There's nothing I can do about that. There's a bunch of traitors. Oh my god, no. Well, there's nothing about that I can do, so fuck off. No, it's fine. The situation says that the protests were quelled, Monica. You can't fucking bring this shit up again. I think you need a break, Anton. Maybe we can take some time for a little getaway. We can have a weekend retreat in the countryside. What do you think? Okay. I guess I can do that. I am the president. The president says so, we can do that. Just then we heard the patter of small feet approaching the study. Deanna appeared by the door with a piece of folded paper clutched in her hand. Mama, Papa, my school report came in. I did not fail everything like my stupid brother. I wait for her to continue. Deanna unfolded the paper and gave it to me. I was so close to the top of the class. I heard a mix of pride and disappointment in her voice. Almost doesn't count, honey. If you're not getting all A's, then what are you doing? That's great to hear. I wish your stupid brother had your brains. You've worked hard and it shows, dear. Yeah, there is, but I don't have infinite money. I put money into, when they was doing the big, like, when they were asking you, like, which ones do you want to put money into and which ones do you want to take money away from, I did just take money away from security and I put it into healthcare and education. And they said right then, it's like, well, this is gonna have consequences. And I said, yep, sucks. So there may be massive protests and terrorist cells. That sucks. And we'll deal with that when it comes up. You did great, darling. So proud of you. I know, but I still feel kind of bad. I'm sure I would have been at the top if I'd done better in handicrafts. Yeah, the military, I may have taken some money away from the military. I may have taken a little money away from them. I did the funny liberal dream of taking money away from the military and giving it to education and healthcare. I did that. And there will be no consequences for doing that, I'm sure. I'm praying that we can get enough alliances going to where it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've been getting alliances. Maybe with other countries, it'll be fine. Who knows? I told you about him, Mommy. Marcus Clavin, the one who can't even do basic math, remember? He can't do basic math? Did you say Clavin? Do I know that name? Actually, I think I know his father, so that came up. It doesn't matter. Interesting. I do think I know his father. When did that come up? That was like last session or the session before. His father came to the school a couple of times and shouted at the teachers. Excuse me. He did what now? Is that so, darling? It seems I have a lot of talking to do. Okay, whatever. Isn't that the one who challenged you for USP candidacy, Anton? Why is your party still filled with men like this? I don't know, they fucking suck. They suck. What's that supposed to mean? Just another male shortage politician, Monica, you know how it is. Yeah, I've been expecting a coup. They've made it plainly clear that they don't fucking like me, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. It sucks. There's a lot of red here. We got a lot of red here. We have one green, which is that our that our generals are experienced, so when they coup me, they'll do it very effectively. That's alright. Anyway, are you hungry? I didn't cook today, but the chef prepared a wonderful Rizian meal for us. Yay! Great, I'm starving. She grabbed Deanna's hand and we walked to the kitchen together. Lovely. Healthcare spending. Can start new programs. Oh my god, you want even more of my money? Is that what you're asking for me? You can't ask that. Alright, what do we got? The Assembly passes an amendment to the tax bill of 1944 in order to increase tax revenue. I want more money, I want more money, I want more money, I need more money, we need more fucking money. Section 1 of the TB imposed a 10% tax on all tobacco packages. Ooh, the people are gonna hate me for this. You're taking my what away? The president took my pipe out of my mouth? Where is my fucking AK? Yeah, I need money though. That's a negative number, and that needs to stop being a negative number. It's been negative this entire fucking game. I'm signing that. I need your money. You need to give it to me. What's the news got to say? Time to smoke less. The administration has signed the Less Smoke Bill and increasing tax income for the government and to reduce the high tobacco consumption. Tobacco was recently discovered as dangerous to... Oh, okay, that's it. That's a recent thing that we've learned about. It's like, hey, that whole thing where everybody is smoking like 20 cigarettes a day, that's like killing us. Smokes text. GNA passed an amendment. President Reagan signed the bill into law, which triggered a dozen complaints from work. Hey, I figured. Everybody's gonna hate this. Everybody's gonna hate this. Health officials around the country have praised the discouragement of tobacco with increased taxes. There is a debate if the administration acted on this to increase taxes or to reduce the public health concerns, or maybe both. Porque no los dos. Alright, what do you fuckers want? There's a significant... Oh, I could just... No, but money. There's a significant budget left in the Ministry of Health that we can spend on several different programs in order to improve healthcare in Swordland further. Funds could be used to... Here's the thing. I've given you fuckers so much money. My son, I did the nepotism thing and I sent him to like some local college. He's the college is like an hour away. I did that because I have been not corrupt this entire fucking game. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get one fucking thing. I'm gonna get one single thing. I'm gonna be a little bit corrupt and send my son to some local school, even though he fucking failed. So I've done like one evil thing in this playthrough. Otherwise, I've been a shining beacon of goodness. Yeah, I don't want to spend anything. I think I may not. Free dental care, though. This would help. This would like improve people's lives. Do I want to improve people's lives or do I want more money? I think I want more money. I think I need more money. Start medical scholarship. Yeah, I've already given you people money. I've been like really good with the healthcare, so you're not getting that. I'm gonna save that money. I'm gonna put that in the back of my pocket. I'm gonna see what someday that will be useful for something else. I'm so sorry, people. You can't do that. You can't do that. It was just fixed! It was just unstable! God damn it. Ugh, fuck my life. A high degree of economic synergy is being observed between the regions of Gruni and Bergia. A series of strategic investments coupled with increased economic interaction have facilitated this alignment. The synergy is not only bolstering the economies of both regions, but also promising long-term growth potential and stability. I'm so glad. I'm so fucking glad. Support Ashraf anniversary. The remembrance rally of the Ashraf anniversary is about to begin in Suzerain. The Blutish movement is holding their largest rally yet to display their demands and strength. Due to the activity of the BFF in the area, the security detail advises to take caution. The administration can go to Suzerain to support the event with or without an armed convoy, or not attend it at all. Ooh, do I need an armored convoy to go somewhere? What if they just terrorism me away? There are terrorists in the country. We know this. It looks real small balls of me to go with an armored convoy, though. It's like, oh, okay. I want it to fucking be fine. I want it to fucking just be good and fucking goddamn fine. Where's my stupid fucking economy at? Where's that funny goddamn graph? Not connections. It's not that. Codex? Is that what it was? There's a funny place I can see a funny fucking graph. Country overview? Is that what I'm looking for? I don't remember where it is. Oh no, there it is. You goddamn sack of shit! Die in hell! I just fixed it! Ugh, that is miserable. Look at how fucking high up we were. Look at how good life was. And that, ooh, going right down the hill. Ugh. That's heartbreaking. That is fucking heartbreaking. Get that off my fucking screen. I'm gonna attend to support, and we're gonna assume that everything is fine. I will not be shot and terrorismed away. I've assumed that several times. I should probably stop assuming that. On our way to Suzerain, we stopped in Deir to meet with the governor of Bergia, Herbert Kroll, to discuss the security situation with the special zone. He wished us luck at the event and told us to be extremely careful before bidding us farewell. I hope so. After a few hours' drive, we finally arrived in the ancient walled city of Suzerain. I mean, I've never had so much budget in my life. I've been at like -10 for a good amount of time. The city had been of particular importance to the Blutish people ever since Izam incident and the death of Watani Ashraf over 2 decades ago. Today we were here to commemorate the anniversary. The ceremonies were to be held in the aptly named Izam Square, several blocks away from the Lake Sol and the sunken ruins of the village of Izam. Oh, the sunken ruins of the village of Izam? What fucking Souls game is this? We entered the historic center and the presidential Kadila. The streets were littered with broken glass and the walls defaced with graffiti. I sensed a heavy regional police presence. Our convoy could barely fit through the narrow streets, disrupting local traffic and creating noisy chaos in the unusually tranquil city. Pedestrians stared at us with concern as we and our security forces drove towards the square. I must say this was a good decision, sir. This will help ease tensions. Are you sure, Lucian? Are you fucking sure? I mean, that's my intention. That's my intention. As expected, we're almost there. I can hear the crowd. Is the crowd like singing Kumbaya? Are they singing Kumbaya and saying peace on earth among men? I heard the chants and shouting from outside. Lucian leaned close to the window, listening to their voices. They're telling us to go back where we came from. You can go to hell. I've been nothing but kind to you people. A large crowd had assembled in the square. There were probably at least 10,000 people. Oh my god. Most of them were yelling insults and obscenities at me. For what? For what reason? For what reason? Give me a reason. I've only improved your life. You lived under a military dictatorship before. As our convoy slowed down, a young Blutish man ran in front of our vehicle and spat on my window. No. Our vehicle came to a stop. I noticed an excessively high amount of regional police, as well as the gendarmerie and local police. They formed a human barricade around the square, staring intimidatingly at the crowd. Please don't start shooting. Please don't start shooting. My driver exited the vehicle and opened the door for me. The crowd before me had signs in their hands protesting my decision to centralize Bergia. Go to hell. Go to hell. I'm making you part of the country, you bastards. We were greeted by Mansoon Leke. He wore a coat over his suit, which was marked with the red and turquoise stripes of the Bluish Movement's flag. He moved forward to greet us. Welcome to Suzerain, Mr. President. I feel welcomed. I shake his hand. I don't grab him and say, we're friends, we're friends, we're friends! He pointed at the gendarmerie forces. I'm not sure how bringing in your army will help. Well, I didn't... Listen, if you think this is bad, it could have been worse. I could have brought in the armored convoy. It's not real. I didn't really bring them, but it is what it is. They're here for protection. Protection from your own citizens. I guess there must be a reason to be fearful. Do you, like, not hear them? Do you, like, not read the room? On a day like this, when you want to show support for the murdered, you bring men with guns. I didn't bring them. Wasn't me. Fuck off. I suppose the governor's huge army wasn't enough. Bergia has already become a police state, a truly special zone. My only intention is to stand in solidarity. I've literally done nothing to help you. I don't know what to tell you. Mr. Lakey. Mr. Galad, welcome. Shall we move on to the sanctuary then? Let's go. We made our way to the Suzerain sanctuary, which stood at the end of the square. A much smaller replica of the Arch Sanctuary in Dare, the ancient building had a mystical aura emanating from its blackened walls. We entered the building through the ornamented large metal gates. As we walked, the noise of the crowd faded out. Everyone fell silent for the ceremony. Thousands of candles were burning inside the sanctuary, one for each person that died in Izam. The red candle in the center was for Watani Ashraf. We've been trying to integrate it. We've been trying to integrate it with the rest of us. We've been trying to get rid of the special region and make them just another region of Swordland. It's been going great. Mansoon gestured toward the candles. What are these fucking funny tests you people give me? I hope you understand what the correct thing to do here is. I hope you don't fucking shit yourself, idiot. Do you pick up a candle? Do you pick up the red candle? Or would it be wrong to pick up the candles? I don't know. I don't know what you need to tell me what you want to do. Guy, you can't just give me these funny tests. If you're gonna give me the funny test, you have to tell me the rules, okay? It's not like an actual test if you don't tell me the rules. These people are bastards. I feel like I'm fucked either way. I feel like no matter what it is, the game has like, oh, you did the wrong thing here. I guess. I like him. If I'm gonna pick up a candle, I obviously need to pick up the special one, because if I pick up a wrong one, unless they're all the same, and we need to understand that really they're all as meaningful as the red candle. Yeah, I think I will just pick up a candle. He picked up the candle for Ashraf and started walking out. Many others followed suit, including us. Okay. I didn't fucking know. I didn't know what these tests are. Nobody told me. The atmosphere outside had completely changed. Not a single noise came from the crowd. We slowly walked towards Ashraf's grave. On the way, hundreds of people joined us. Okay. Someone from the crowd shouted at me, breaking the silence. Do not mock the dead, you racist dog! You're defiling that candle in your hands! Sir, could you point to a single racist thing this character has said the entire game? Is the racism in the room with us? The security forces grabbed the man and dragged him away. Mansoon looked at me with a mix of fear and anger in his eyes, but he knew better than to speak. When we arrived, he pointed a huge standing torch above the grave. I light it with him. Not alone, I do it with him. We lit the torch together. I turned around and realized the sheer amount of people who were following us. They were all looking at me, waiting to hear what I would say. Oh, okay. Brothers and sisters? We are here to mourn Watani Ashraf and many others who lost their lives. I'm standing here as one of you. They are brave men who only wanted to condemn the events that led to the loss of these lives. I condemn the events. I strongly condemn them. Despite attempts to divide us, other people stand us when we are sword, we are blood, we are all united. Ooh, I like that one. I share your hatred and anger. I feel it too. I assure you, like your red-hot iron, it takes a long time for it to cool. But I look at the lost lives and think, what would they want? It's mission to its absolute best to mend the wounds. That's nothing. That's saying nothing. That's saying thoughts and prayers. We don't like that. They're so angry. They're so ready to burn things. They're so ready to get the pitchforks and the fucking torches at any moment. I like this. I like saying that's some good imagery. That's some good imagery, Anton. I like that. An old man from the crowd yelled, "Revenge! They want revenge! Let's kill!" To what end? We need to break this vicious cycle of violence and vengeance for a better future. So I'm gonna let you finish. We need to break the vicious cycle. We need to not burn down the buildings. Shame of a truly united country where being a bleeder sword does not matter. We are all the same before God. Remember the words, love thy brothers and thy sisters. We must always stay together in the face of against all odds. Ooh, I've not been very religious in this game. They'll sniff it out of me immediately. They'll know. They can smell the atheism on me. But that's the correct thing to say. But then they'll say, oh, so you hate blues. Blue doesn't matter, huh? I'm like, that's not what I said, you fucker. We need to all hug it out. Everybody loves everybody. Drink a Pepsi. I'm gonna say that. The shame of, most of all, I feel the desperation to remove this black mark from our history. Let this be a testament for our unity for future. Mistakes were made. The innocent people of Islam paid the price. We cannot let the past divide us. I don't like that. It's a testament for future. This feels more emotional. I think we need to feel the emotion with them. I think we need to not lessen their emotions. We need to acknowledge them. I need help from each and everyone to make this country a better place for everyone. The responsibility falls on all our shoulders because we don't have anyone but each other. Hey everybody, I need help. Hey everybody, I need help. There's a lot of terrorism going on. There's a lot of protests going on. I need your help to not do that. I'm gonna say that. Morning will come, everybody. There was no reaction from the crowd, only silence. Men soon leaned in closer to me. I must admit, Mr. President, that was a good speech. Thank God. I'm gonna hope that the silence is good, because I feel like if it was a bad speech, it would not be so silent, and they would have some things to say to me, and I would not like the things they have to say. I'm just doing my duty. He extended his hand to me for a handshake. I shake his hand. I don't do the thing where I hug him and he wasn't expecting that and it's weird. The crowd started to clap. Thank you for this, Mr. President. I don't think the people of Erzurum will ever forget this. You have become the first and only president brave enough to come to Erzurum and pay respects to Izan victims. I hope this will be the start of a new era. Okay, thank you. Okay. Sir, it's time to go. Why, Lucian? Well done, sir. This will prove very useful in the upcoming elections. Not everything... I say not everything is about votes, and Lucian, like, his eyes fucking roll out of his head. They roll out of his head and they roll away from him. I say that, and he hates me for it. It's not. He says, what? I don't get it. Okay, that was good. That could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone much worse. Brotherhood of the People. President Rain surprised the country with his attendance at the Ashraf anniversary. He joined the vigil alongside Mansoon Leke. He delivered a heartfelt speech that resonated among the crowd. We hope that his words won't just stay as words. Long live Brotherhood of the People. Okay. I'm glad. Could have gone worse. I walked to the White Room with a cup of coffee in my hand. My VP had scheduled a meeting on the current political situation. I opened the door and entered the room. Peter immediately stood up. Anton, morning! Good morning. So it could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone worse. People were getting pretty angry. Got some updates for you on what we're dealing with politically. New things, Peter, or just things worse? Simon told me that he's almost done with the new economic. Okay, can we fix that? We're like probably like 3 years into my reign, and 4. We're like nearing the end and still kind of in danger. He said he still needs some time with it. Personally, I think he's just trying to avoid human contact for as long as possible. What do I know? At any rate, he will schedule a meeting soon to go over our options. I will be expecting good ideas and even better outcomes. I expect nothing less. I'm sure he'll deliver. Next on the docket, it's time to talk about our election prospects. There was a sharp... I hate... We're like not even to the end of this. Like, well, I gotta think of a re-election. Everybody knows that elections take like 2-3 years. It's just always election time. Lucy insisted on being here for this part. How you two getting along these days? Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have won the last election without him. Before you could continue, Lucian walked in. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President. His tone was nothing but cordial and professional, but even as he cast a withering stare in Peter's direction, the three of us sat down. Peter handed out a new set of documents. Mr. Vecton, I'll let you take the lead on this. Okay, thanks. I just received the results from a voter poll I commissioned earlier this year. To put it in plain language, they don't like you. It's not great. Bad, even. The USP stands to lose up to... Oh, no! That's a lot of vote. That's a lot of vote. That's a lot of vote. Ooh, they hate democracy. Ooh. I've been trying to be democratic, and they really don't seem to like that. Do we have a chance? We still have a year to gain more votes, but we've got to think strategically. Oh. There's whispers of lame duck. And if there's one area Mr. Vectron excels in, it is thinking strategically. I didn't know you were capable of sarcasm, Lucian. Go on, Peter. Peter shuffled some pages around. Looking at the demographics of the voters polled, you've fallen out of favor with conservatives. Yeah, I've done like everything against them. I've given them like 1 or 2 small nothings to nibble on. Other than that, I've been about as far left as you can be, without literally getting cooed. Less than half of them are likely to vote for you. The liberal base appears divided. Of course they are, that's what they do best. But you do have a considerable number of supporters there. For better or worse, you certainly aren't popular with nationalists. If you ever had any support from socialists, you've completely lost it now. Okay. Unsurprisingly, none of the Bluetish poll respondents said they were planning on voting for you. Why is that surprising? Why is that not surprising? What do you mean? Lastly, we can't expect votes from centrists and unaffiliated voters unless we do something to win them over. Okay. All right. Okay. That's like good. What do you suggest? I mean, you could always start a war. No. That is admitting loss. Listening. Are you serious, Peter? I did do constitutional reforms. I don't know why I'm so unpopular. I got the constitutional reforms passed. We actually managed that, surprisingly. I was not expecting it to work. But we got that through. So I don't know why they're so fucking pissed at me. Hey, it worked for Saul. We'd need to beef up the military, of course, but if we went against Rumberg, we'd come out looking like heroes. Lucian, is he right? Of course not. Yeah, I don't think the people want war, actually. Considering our current state of preparedness, goading Rumberg into an armed conflict would cost us both voters and lives. Yeah, I don't want war. Listen, making decisions is already stressful enough. You had a war on top of that. I don't know. I might go to the bunker. I'm just saying. I agree completely. It was just a thought. Well, you know, I think the game only covers 1 term, so I'm really only concerned about 1 term. Any other advice? He smiled and bowed his head slightly. Thank you, Mr. President. This may sound like common sense, but a convincing enough campaign can succeed where policies fail. Even if you've opted not to focus on your campaign at the moment, I'd still advise you to seize every chance for exposure that you can. Okay. I'll take that into account, I guess. Good. One more thing. There's a not insignificant portion of undecided voters who don't care who occupies the Marine Palace as long as it's about the economy, stupid. That's all it's about. Fix the economy, people will love you. God damn it! That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to fix it. It needs to stop saying danger there. Propping up the economy just ahead of the election is a surefire way to win them over. That's what I'm saying. we pray to Simon, then. We pray to Simon. Partly yes. Stability is key to allow the economy to improve further. Currently, the country is still struggling to develop due to instability. There is some worrying news. The Lotharbrook group is up to something. My informants have been talking about frequent meetings happening between the oligarchs. Okay, so they're gonna have a whole business plot, I'm sure. All right. Peter, was that all you had? Yeah, that's everything. All right, good work, and good work, both of you. Really brought some good news to me. I left the room to attend my next meeting. That sucks. What news do we have today? Government imposed mandatory vaccine policy. The disease barely claimed more or less 1,000 people. Why is it necessary? Oh, you're so stupid. I don't even want to hear from you. 13 dead in Morna attack. This is more interesting. In a shocking terror attack, a gunman opened fire at random during the protests in Morna with a KA-74. The police department announced the official number of casualties at 13. Okay. Bomb threat in Benvie protests. Yay. Narba bloodbath. Radical, bring it in for me. The president's decisive action stops polio in its track. Yay! Winds of change at Capitol Park. We had enough. It's been 2 days since we gathered together to demand answers from the government. We'll stay here 2 years if need be. Even in a peaceful rally like this, the extreme police presence is a testament to the administration's view on exercising democratic rights. I don't know what you're talking about. I took money from the place. I don't know what you're fucking yammering about. You're crazy. Crazy as hell. A group of individuals associated with the labor union in Swordsland have started a protest in Capitol Park. So far, the rally was largely peaceful. However, we have detected a possibility that this protest group might be infiltrated by vandals. Great. I'm so glad. Increasing unrest among populace, or Arcadia offers military. Ooh, I want that one! I want that one! I want that one! Money! Arcasian Foreign Minister Laurent Martel, in concert with Arcasian President Dwight Walker, have extended a significant proposition to bolster Swordsland's military-industrial complex. Yes! Money for Swordsland, please. This generous aid package from Arcadia encompasses substantial financial assistance, logistical support, and expert guidance from their private military companies. This offer aligns with the industrial expansion plans outlined by Ministers Hall and Manger. I mean to transform Swordsland into a competitive hub for new industries. Yes, thank you. Give me money, please. Appreciate. Maybe the military will like that. Arcasian aid fortifies Swordsland's defense industry. Yes, yes, you love this. You love this. Yeah, we need economy. We need the economy. We need more economy. Unrican ascendancy. Arcasian aid promises industrial revolution. I will bring you into the modern days. In a bold move, marked by this extended generous aid, the offer is set to transform Unrica, ushering a new age. However, the deal raises concerns about Arcasian influence. Listen, Arcadia has like an actual economy, so I will be friends with them if I can get an economy. All right, so just like step off me. Lilius entered my office and took a seat. Oh, what do you have for me now? She was frowning intensely. She didn't talk at first, just fixed me with a steady gaze. She pulled out her blow dart. She fucking killed me. When she did speak up, it was in strained tones. Mr. President, I'm going to have to kill you now. We have a problem. Like what? This just came in. Here, take a look. What now? The report was titled Protests in Major Cities. I looked up immediately after reading the title. Lilius gave a grim nod of confirmation. Protests have been erupting all over Swordsland. They're protesting you, Mr. What do they have to protest? What do they have to protest? I have done nothing but improve their lives. They're asking for your resignation. Why? Why? For what reason? Give me a reason. Can't say this is unexpected. I've hated you from the beginning. What is unexpected, however, is the sheer size of the protests and the level of violence. Several people have been killed already. Sordland hasn't seen this much unrest since the death of Bernard Circus. I'm so glad. I'm so fucking glad. We can't keep letting this happen. Lilius, fix it. Lilius, make the background music go away. Lilius, make it silent again. Carl Greaser is on his way right now. He will tell us what he knows so far. Carl came in without waiting. He was clearly out of breath. Ah, there he is. He saluted me. Okay, just like, what's going on, man? Just tell me. Mr. President, I'm sorry for being late. I can inform the president. Do you have any updates? Protests have been organized in major cities like Hull, Swordlock, and Dare, and many more. Unfortunately, my men on the ground are being overwhelmed by protesters. We're not well equipped enough to tip the balance. So-called protesters organized an attack with Ka-74s. 26 policemen died. On the civilian side, there were 13 casualties, and many more were injured, of course. The situation is extremely dire, Mr. President. Related to the protests, we've detained 642 people. Among the detainees, we found Red Youth members and BFF members. The main rhetoric they all shares that they are demanding the president's resignation. They don't want their lives to be better. They hate progress. They hate democracy. They don't want it. They hate the country getting better. They don't want it. What did they have to say exactly? I would refrain from giving them too much agency. What does the protester profile look like? We've investigated the various groups involved in the protests and compiled a list of the complaints. I'll go through it. The majority of the protests are about the state of the economy. I'm trying to fix it. There's some that are protesting against the full privatization. Listen, they gave me a lot of money. They can get over that. We are under fire for showing support at the Ashraf anniversary. In addition, there are many provocateurs that are not tied to any specific... They're not tied to anything. They just don't like me. We need to take action, Mr. President, immediately. If the protests get even more violent than they already are, we are risking a civil war. Ooh, that's a fun achievement. Down with rain causes civil unrest. That's fun. That's a fun thing. Your orders, Mr. President? What should I do? Should I kill them? I won't risk civil do whatever it takes to put them down. I just, gross, gross, gross. Set up a meeting. As you command. I can't say I condone this. Yeah, you wouldn't. The people must respect the laws of this land. What you're doing right now is giving in to anarchists. If you'll excuse us, Mr. President, we have work to do. Good luck. I believe you will need more luck than we do. Come on, Carl, we're leaving. Mr. President. That's fun. That's like really fun. I like when the country rises up against me. I just don't think that they have enough to complain about. I think that I've done nothing but make their lives better. See, look, industrial expansion, guys, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all we have to look at this time. Oh, you want so much of my stupid money? Minister Hall and Manger have prepared a massive industrial expansion plan that could support several key industries in the country through state investments. Sordland could become a much more competitive hub for new industries with this initiative. Okay. Okay. We have to do something because the economy is no good. The economy is no good. It needs to stop being no good. It needs to be cool. Do we like agriculture? Do we like automotives? Or do we like electronics? We gotta get this under control. We gotta fix some shit. I kind of like the idea of automotives. It's kind of fun. I wonder if this, I'm sure there's a correct decision here. Everything I've heard about us says that we're very agricultural. But we already have that, and we're very touristy. I did do the L1 rail. I did do that. I don't know about the Cobra. I don't remember what I did. That was a long time ago. But I did do the L1 rail. I like that. I like electronics. We're gonna do electronics. Please be better. Please be best. Just do that. Electronics powerhouse. Gelsord lights up Sordland's future. That's a good headline. Gelsord harnesses the search of investment. It paves the way for technological innovation. This strategic initiative could prove pivotal in shaping Sordland's industrial trajectory. That's so cool. Government dedicates investment to electronics. Rather than invest in the future, many companies form a Gilsard. Okay. Even dare to say a technological revival awaits the nation after this bold move. Okay. We praised Arcasia and Unite on their dedication to investing in electronics have also extended their commendations to the Reign administration for economic. Look, people, there's a lot of fucking goddamn economy shit going on, okay? So you need to be happy. You need to be happy with me, please. An SA bill has been passed by the GNA. In response to the heightened... Okay, we got a long one here. They sent some bullshit at me. In response to the heightened need for the security due to the ongoing social unrest, the GNA presents the Security Act to fortify public safety measures. Section 1 grants security forces the discretion to use force as deemed necessary to uphold law and order. What does that mean? This provision is designed to enable quick and decisive responses to situations where public safety is at risk. We say, officer, take care of the problem. Section 2 authorizes suspicion-based arrests and confiscations without the prerequisite of a warrant. This measure seeks to expedite law enforcement's response. Okay. Police state. Section 3 allows security forces to exercise their authority beyond standard legal limits if such action is deemed essential for maintaining state security. This clause reinforces the commitment to safeguarding national security and upholding public safety. I mean, they're being real assholes to me right now. So maybe they need to remember what it's like when there's a little bit of police state happening. I've done no police stating whatsoever, and it has worked out thus far, but they are being little shits. So I feel like maybe perhaps it might be time to fucking goddamn spank them. I think I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. You can't undo that, but I did it. Limited human rights! Yay! I love how they say that. President of order. I'm the president of law and order. We urge people to stay at home. Necessary measures. Police officers have praised the administration. I'm so glad. The Great Descent. Alright, let's... A nationwide revolt erupted across the country, fueled by low public opinion and growing discontent with the government's handling of the nation. As the unrest intensified, it led to a significant decrease in stability, with violent clashes between protesters and security forces threatening to spiral into full-blown chaos. Look over there! Okay, let's hit continue. Boom, boom, boom. Checkmate. Completed chapter 3. Wow. What do we have now? Enrica wins Swordfish National League. I'm so fucking glad. Look at that football shit. Gassum. We did not invest in Gassum. I saved that money for something else. I think I just said, go about your day. Hegel would take all the necessary steps. Heinrich Hegel. Foxen, as the guarantor of Helen's security, Van Horten said in a television interview that Foxenians must withdraw their harassment squad from the Markian Sea before any diplomatic talks can happen. I have known since the beginning that things may go very poorly for me in the end. I was aware that the game had that in it. I was aware that you can get cooed. You can be taken away. You can get the good firing squad. So, I've known that. Ooh, Women's Liberation Act. In collaboration with the Commission on the Status of Women, the General Assembly aimed at promoting gender equality. Decisive action against domestic violence against women. It criminalizes such acts. Okay. Establishes a system of state protection for victims of domestic abuse. This includes counseling, temporary shelter. Okay. I think it's just everything we've gone over already. Oh, you want so much of my fucking budget. I just got back some of that. Goddamn. Addresses the issue of wage disparity. Training means equal pay for women. Supports the transition. Further mandates the adjustment of salaries for all female government personnel to ensure pay parity. Section 3 highlights the importance of education and fostering equality. Mandates the education system must provide equal treatment. Yeah. Very cool. Makes significant strides towards supporting working mothers. That sounds lovely. Take my money. Yay! I'm so glad. They have so much to be happy about, so the fact that they're still bitching, it's so rude. It was raining as Serge dropped me off at home after yet another grueling day of work. A guard held an umbrella over my head as I walked from the car to my front door. Inside, the house was completely dark. I flipped on the light in the kitchen to find a note from Monica. Cherry had called her in at a last-minute women's rights meeting. She dropped Deanna off at her friend's and left me for some food for reheating. Took the pot out of the fridge. It was filled with an unidentified, grayish-looking stew. Lovely. Evidently, Monica's excellent cooking had been the first casualty of her political career. I'll reheat it. While I was heating up, I went to the living room to fix myself a drink. Suddenly, the phone rang. I went back to the kitchen and answered it. Frank's voice was on the other end. Oh, I thought Mom would pick up. You can't talk to your dad. Can't fucking even speak to your father. My mother works harder than I do. She's off for a latest crusade as usual. Sorry, stuck with your old man. I didn't mean it that way. I just figured you'd be working. There was a long silence. I got that record you... Ha! I got that fucking stupid old music. You take that back. How's Uncle Peter doing? Well, not great. I'll say same as ever. Because really, it's about the same as it's always been. Say hi to him for me. How's school? Is it better than your previous school? Better than fine. I've actually started seeing someone. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When can I meet her? Are you sure you'd want to? She's Bluedish. Oh! No! It can't be! Why do you say that like that, son? Why do you say it that way? You're joking, right? What the fuck are you talking about? She told me a bit about what her family's going through back in Bercia. Dad, you have to stop this. I'm not racist! Everybody's just like assuming that. I'm like, when did that happen? They are making it very hard for us. You really don't get it, do you? Maybe I'll bring her over for dinner. Then you'll meet her, you'll understand the harm you're doing. Okay, alright, son. You know better than I do. I suddenly became aware of a smoky smell. Oh no. You're catching up with you, Frank. Yeah, okay, whatever. I raced to the pot and turned off the burner. The bottom of the pot was charred, but part of the mystery stew was still... I don't like mystery stew. What kind of stew would be gray? I don't even know what that would be. I ate alone by the flickering light of the television, wondering when Monica and Deanna would get home. Oh, son. Oh no. Oh, it's never good when you see an 11 there. What the fuck's that mean? ATO and CSB threatened Swordish independence. Okay. Geopolitics, the sword, and the growing influence of the ATO. Listen, I want to join NATO because I don't want to be invaded by Russia. Okay, and NATO has democracy and NATO has money. Oh, Sam, it's like a lot. I haven't been couped yet, but that's always on the table. There's nationwide protests. The economy's still kind of in a free fall, even though I've been trying to fix that for 3 years now. ATO, it's NATO. It's kind of, it's a whole, its own world, but it kind of corresponds to real life. We have a Rumberg, it's Russia. We are countrying. I am actually the president of this country, and it fucking sucks. President increases security authority. It sparked concern among the citizens. They're like, why would that be necessary? I'm just burning down buildings. Why would you need more fucking security? Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't threaten shit economy. It doesn't threaten shit economists. Causes credit downgrade. Yay. Harsher than salt. Shut the fuck up. My VP is too busy fucking the goddamn secretary. Sam, I don't know what you're asking. Mismanagement leads to credit rating down. Oh, it's... Sorry, we got a credit rating downgrade. It went from whatever it was to a D-. How the fuck is it so bad? How is the economy so bad? Oh. Okay. I want to die. Human Dignity Bill. The Human Dignity Bill has been presented to the Assembly to address an unintended consequence of the 1923 Legal Transactions Act. Section 1 revises and amends Section 3 of the 1923, which previously permitted transactions involving the non-registered business or other entities, including individuals, to be legalized. What are you saying? Specifically nullifies the legality of such if they pertain to activities that violate... Oh, good God. The HDB specifically nullifies the legality of such transactions if they pertain to activities that violate public morality. Section 2 addresses the loophole inadvertently created by the 1923 Act, which allowed for the unregulated continuation of prostitution. This section of the HDB explicitly declares prostitution an illegal activity. Okay. This section explicitly declares prostitution an illegal activity, regardless of whether it occurs within a registered or non-registered entity, therefore reinforcing our dedication to preserving societal decency and moral standards. Outlines penalties for violations of the bill's provisions. It classifies prostitution as a legal offense. I think it needs to go away. They threw too many words into my eyes, so it needs to fuck off. You need to write that in a better way. Come back next time. Children for Future Act. Okay, what we got now? In continuation of the efforts to promote social progress and upliftment, the Parliament introduces the Children for Future Act. This act focuses on providing tangible support for families in need. Okay. This is better. Oh, but they're gonna take some of my budget. Okay, that sucks. Section 1 of the CFA outlines a direct financial support mechanism for families not falling within the median. Okay, I think we need this because people are protesting and they want money. Relief to the welfare of the child is not compromised. Elects additional state support, especially into the children of unemployed families. The finance. Okay. I like. Take it. Stop protesting. Children are the future. Absolutely. President increases security authority. Children of the future. Ugh. Can't say that. You can't say that. Protects Swedish sex workers. He has vetoed the Human Dignity Bill. This bill would have seen sex work become an illegal offense and punishable by law. I mean, I got that at the end, but you could have made it a little bit more obvious what you were doing. The world's oldest profession will always exist, but supporting sex workers. Thank you, Radical. You know, Radical, you have a lot of good headlines about me, but you sure don't seem to be actually supporting me, which is real bullshit. The Swedish debt debacle, the mounting government budget deficit, and unsustainable borrowing have led to concerns among investors and analysts about the nation's inability to service its debt. Switzerland now faces a serious debt crisis. This lack of confidence. Okay, I feel things slipping away from me, which could have far-reaching consequences. Debt's gonna be paid. When do I have that meeting with the money guy who's gonna talk about the money situation? We need that meeting. And a storm of a different kind was brewing inside my office. I strapped myself at the sofa and looked at Carl. He was sitting about the couch and getting ready to give me a report about an incident. I just learned that a policeman gunned down an entire crowd. Oh no. We stared at each other, not knowing how to react. It seems that when you give the police complete freedom to do whatever they want, they kill crowds. Woo! I know you wanted to establish talks with them, but these people do not understand diplomacy. Our men did their best yesterday to show restraint, but 6 officers were killed yesterday in Benfi. These are not innocent citizens anymore, Mr. President. They are killers, and so one of our boys had a reaction. It's just one of our boys. It's just one of our fellas. Just one of our dudes having a good time. I won't defend his action, but we will not let them be thrown under the bus either. Hundreds of rioters surrounded them, sir. There was a risk of lynching. He was authorized to carry a submachine gun, and he used it. I'm glad we give the police submachine guns. That sounds great. We're in one of those fun countries. I told you to establish talks with them, not shoot the entire crowd down. Fucker. I'm sorry, sir. It was outside my control. What is in your control? What do you control? You genocidal freaks, oh my god. I want everyone responsible to be tried. Of course, sir. He's already dismissed from duty. I know there is no excuse for it, sir, but I will make sure nothing like this ever happens again. I'm so glad. He did say he said exactly those words after the last guy was murdered. Okay, get to work immediately. He said those exact words. I remember him saying that. Unruly generals. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There needs to stop being quite so many headlines. I wonder if they're trying to drown me out. It'd be kind of funny if, like, your country gets worse and they just send more and more headlines at you. It's like the fucking letters in Harry Potter. It's like, I won't be reading any of these. Swordish corporations bemoan Women's Liberation Act. It's like, you want me to fucking pay these bitches? Excuse me? Historic moment for Swordish women as Liberation Act signed. One thing I do enjoy in the game is that you do have situations like this. You have many situations like this because we have various newspapers, and so we can say, the corporations fucking bemoan this historic moment for Swordish women. It's like, same thing happened, but you can see the different sides. Arcasia's dual approach to refugees. I want money. I want money. Okay, we got more. Okay. I need money. I need money. Introduce the Alcohol Tax Act as a dual measure to curb excessive alcohol consumption. This is gonna be the thing that gets me. I'm gonna take their alcohol away, and they're going to fucking kill me for it. I mean, I have to though. That says danger, and it's. Oh no. It's getting away from us. It's going downhill. I don't know if this game's gonna have a happy ending. Fair Luxury Tax Act. I want to tax the shit up. Yep, I see it. I'm gonna say yes to this because this has a +2 government budget at the end. In an endeavor to enhance the equity of the taxation system and augment tax revenues, the Grand National Assembly this act proposes an amendment to Section 6 of the tax code. Determine a 50% tax rate on luxury goods. Okay. But it's not limited to jewelry, furs, sports yachts, and private planes. The implementation. Okay, let's make the rich hate us. Let's make the rich hate us. Let's do that. I need money. Give me money now. Give me money right fucking now. Luxury is now taxable. Yeah. Rain to put a lid on alcohol consumption. It's gonna fuck us. It's gonna fuck us. Oh well. Fund political youth group. The option to fund a political youth group is presented. No. No. You can't do this to me. We could potentially expand our ideological reach and bolster our election efforts. Would discreetly allocate substantial government funds to the youth wing, integrating them into the state. No. I can't do that. I just got back some money. I can't make it go right back away. All cert emergency. It's happening. It's happening. I was woken up in the middle of the night by a call from the Ministry of Defense. Due to the sensitivity of the information, I asked to be urgently briefed in person. I put on my clothes as fast as I could. I rushed downstairs and opened the door. Serge was waiting for me. Mr. President, this way to the car, please. I think it's happening. We got into the car and made our way to the Ministry of Defense building without a word. I came to a large set of doors and quickly read the sign above them. War room! Russia, you can't do this to me. The dimly lit room was filled with cutting-edge equipment, the latest video screens, long-range radio electronics, and other devices used for communication, presentation, and planning. The centerpiece of the room was a large round table with the coat of arms of Swordland engraved on it. David, Lucian, Vulcan, and Yosef were already deep in discussion. I agree with your sentiments, Mr. Lancey. Going to war is simply too risky. We must maintain peace in Swordland and Eastern Markova at all costs. I agree, we have much to lose. Have some faith in our soldiers. Okay. Status report, why the fuck am I awake? There's a situation. Vulcan, please go ahead and provide your report. Approximately 20 minutes ago, Rumberg downed one of our planes with anti-aircraft fire from the ground. The pilot was declared KIA. The last recorded position of the plane was inside Swordish airspace. Okay. Alright. General Kruger, I mean no offense, but are we absolutely sure that that is the case? Are you sure this happened within our borders? No offense taken, here are the locations on the map and the report from the airbase. He points to several markers. To answer your question, yes, we are absolutely sure. You can see here on the map that the plane was down to approximately 10 kilometers inside our borders. We've calculated the trajectory of the gunfire, and they started firing when our plane was within our border. The plane was down near Hagen. I hate Russia. I hate Russia. Me and my homies hate Russia. It's like already exploding, that was the funny thing. So my country already hates me, and now Russia wants to invade me. We need to be very cautious. I completely agree. It looks like they are trying to lure us into their trap. This is an attack against Swordsman, and under different circumstances the response to that is clear, but the current status of our military is also clear. We are not adequately equipped for such a foe. I agree with Mr. President. We can't look weak. If we appear weak, they'll jump on the opportunity. We must order military retaliation immediately. Did you start losing your common sense, General Vulcan? Yeah, I've disagreed a number of times with Yosef. I think he's a good guy. He's just, sometimes we disagree. You know the state of our army is in right now. A retaliation is too risky. When was our job not risky, Mr. Lancia? Mr. President, our army is ready to do whatever it takes to protect Swordland. Gentlemen, before it comes to that point, we can prevent further. Can we, like, get them on the phone? Can we, like, have a conversation with them? Surely we have a line to them. In the fucking depths of the Cold War, the president could pick up the phone and talk to Russia. That was a thing. Mr. President, what are your orders? What do we do? Your war pig starts playing. It needs to be diplomatically. Nobody wants a war. It will ruin me. Thank you, sir. I will immediately begin working on it. With Mr. Wishi's capabilities, I'm sure that we will de-escalate the situation successfully. I don't know! Everybody sucks! He just sucks slightly less. This is our best bet. If you ask me, this is just plain old weakness we're showing them right now. I'm frankly disappointed. I bet you are. I bet you are. I bet you are. If we can't even retaliate at such an attack, what will become of this country in the future? I don't want to become lesser Russia. I don't want to be lesser Russia. We are not the ones that are attacking the peace. Regardless, it looks like... Go away. Go away. Go away. Leave. Now that we know the way forward, I have an idea, Mr. President. I think we should hold a military parade to display our strength. I'm with Mr. Lancia on this one. This should work well as a deterrent and will come in handy as a tool to de-escalate the situation. Really? You think? Simple and effective without causing any ruckus. Every character's like, oh yeah, we should do that. That's like totally fine. Nothing bad could ever happen from that. Do it. Do it. Mr. President, look, there's this little mouse trap. Do you want to put your finger on it? I was like, ooh, maybe there's a little bit of cheese for me. I don't, but they all say yes. If only some of them said yes, I would say no, but the fact that all of them say yes. See, I don't know about him, and I certainly know how he feels, but he's been cool. David's been cool. He's been like an old-time friend. You sure, David? David says yes. I think I'll do yes then. Yeah. Do it, fuck it. Everybody says yes, do it. Go along with them. That's all, Mr. President. I'll keep you updated. For now, have a good night's sleep. You'll need it. I'd like the generals to stop being so goddamn unruly. Oh no. The background music has drastically changed. Oh, okay. Swedish plane shot down. Let's put that right in the garbage. Urgent meeting on potential alliances. Ooh, alliances. Oh, I love alliances. Give me more. I want to add more to my deck. I was sitting across David for an urgent meeting. And knew the matter must have been serious. He insisted on waiting for Yosef and Lucian. Okay. We came as fast as we could. Mr. President, Mr. Weishi, what's going on? Welcome everyone. Due to the potential ramifications, I want everyone to be present for this meeting. We received an envoy from Arcasia. They are requesting a state visit. Maybe Arcasia will save us. America, America save us. America save us. FDR, FDR. Judging from the current climate, it's not hard to see what this is about. Are you asking me to join NATO? They want me to join NATO. I want to join. I want to join. I want to join. I want to join NATO. I want to not be dead at the end of this. I think if I'm not dead at the end of this, that's victory. That's what victory is. If I'm in a cell, but alive, I'll consider that a victory. If I get shot by somebody, that's not a victory. That doesn't feel like a victory to anybody. I want to join NATO. As much as I should. No, we need to join. We need allies like now. It's the most time for allies that it could ever be. And Arcasia has capitalism. I want capitalism. I want the money, man. I wanted to meet him as well. I bet he will come asking for cooperation under the guise of enforcing the demands to join NATO. This will antagonize half the world against us, and we're going to be at the forefront of the battle. With the courage of our troops and our allies, we can defend our nation against anyone. You keep saying that, and you are so insane for it. This whole time, he's like, we don't need allies. I don't need any allies. My Minister of Defense is like, I don't need an ally. It's like, no, we do. We do. We don't need any outside help. I want to take the least amount of risks for Swordland. There's way more risk in entering a pact with NATO. Mr. Walker never gives anything for free. There will be some concessions for sure. You're most experienced. What do you think is the right action? World tension is increasing rapidly, and I am worried about the future. One misstep and the whole world might be engulfed in chaos. Ooh, maybe it'd be a fun thing where I join NATO, but Russia does still invade, and that sets off a series of events where everybody goes to war with everybody, and we don't even know why. That'd be fun. One geopolitical position is simply too important. Some we have to take a side. If we don't pick a side, we may end up right in the middle of a potential conflict. I'm of the opinion that this is an opportunity that we can't miss. It all boils down to your decision. Let's say we... Okay. Okay. What do you think, Lucian? You're the one who has to decide, sir. I want to join NATO. I want allies. And there's a tiny detail we need to get over with it. How should we welcome the delegation, sir? A plain welcome, I fucking guess. I think that's all for today. Thank you for attending. The world map hanging on the wall in the room caught my attention. I walked over to it. How often were the lines on the world map redrawn over the recent decades? Yeah, sucks. What about the future? How much of Swordland will we lose? Will they just take this section? Will they just take that? Maybe they'll take that as well. Ooh, maybe they can take that as well. Who can say? State visit. Okay, Dwight Walker, president of Arcasia, head of the ATO, came out of the car, smiling and waving at the crowd. It was not every day an Arcasian president came to visit Swordland, after all. He stepped on the carpet, started making his way towards us. Ooh, we haven't had a world war yet? Ooh, could start some fun shit. Finally, I was in reaching distance to one of the most powerful men in the world. I said, I want money and alliances, please, thank you. He looked at Monica first, bowed, and kissed her hand for a second longer than I liked. Shut up. Mr. Rain, if you told me I would get to meet with your lovely wife, I would have come sooner. I'm charmed, Miss Rain. Oh my, ooh, pleasure to meet with you. No, the pleasure's all mine, Miss Rain. I hope your wife and the family's all well. You're very well, Miss Rain, thank you. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it here today. And who do we have here? Mr. President, it's so good to finally meet with you. I'm so glad. Welcome to Swordland. Thank you. I was almost going to think you weren't expecting me. I'm a simple man. Me, Mr. President, I'm the exact opposite. He says, I am an American. I love extravagance. He was simply looking around the extraordinary interior design of the Maroon Palace. Statues, paintings, and various ornaments filled both sides of the corridor. We passed the corridor and entered the reception hall. The crowd inside was imposed by various politicians, state officials. Upon our entry, they started clapping. Dry martinis were handed to both of us. Everybody give a warm welcome to our guest of honor. Everything It's good to be here, and thank you everyone for the warm welcome. Just some time chatting with the attendees. President Walker, he bowed before my wife. I'm gonna call you Monica. Dude, you're coming on very strong here. I'm sorry to tell you, she's pretty happy with me. If I can call you Dwight. He took her hand, they started dancing. I turned around and talked to the waiter. I was into my third martini when I heard a whistle. I turned around and saw Monica dancing very closely with President Walker. All eyes in the room were on them. You can't do that. I have a chest. I take him and I fucking punch him. It's gross. It's fucking gross. I finished my martini because I'm a big man. Swirling around, Monica looked like she was having fun. They finally finished their dance after a few minutes and came over to the bar that I was landing on. Monica, you're full of surprises. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Mr. Brain, you are one lucky guy. I cherish every moment of it. Oh, you lovebirds. She better be fucking happy. I've given her everything she wanted. She got to do the speech as well. I signed the women's bill. I've had, like, no actual arguments with her. She ain't got nothing to be angry with me about. Stopped at drinks for early room. I knew a special spot with the drinks at hand. We went downstairs to the basement. Ooh, is this where we talk about... Is this where we talk about money? We arrived at a cozy little corner office with not much inside other than a table and comfortable chairs. He took a seat and I followed suit. He pulled out 2 cigars. Ugh. These fuckers keep trying to give me the goddamn cigars. I'm like, I don't smoke. Fine. Pulled out a Ripple lighter and lit my cigar before lighting his own. I heard you got into a scandal. Something about a secretary. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, man. It's like the past. You ever done that for your wife, Mr. Walker? Yeah, it sucked. Indeed. He grinned. Relax, it's just a scandal, I'm no reporter. I just made it out alive of a bad one myself. Oh, it was a rough one too. What happened with you? Couple of people in prison, couple of people silenced, you know the drill. Oh, okay. Cheers to your survival then. This is a really good one, very smoky, I like it. I thought he was talking about the cigar for a second. Very smoky, I like this one. I'm glad you like it. Definitely miles better than Vogslandian whiskey, but I like lesbian whiskey more. It pairs better with their cigars. Sure. You see, Mr. Rain, whiskeys are a little bit like countries. Some are stronger, some are weaker, some are older, some are younger. Many are complex, but sometimes simple's the best. Okay. This is why I like this one. It's definitely promising, but whatever you drink in the end, it all boils down to your own taste. And I assure you, Mr. Rain, my sense of taste is very refined. What type of whiskey do you like? I feel like you're coming on to me. I like strong whiskey. I like strong whiskey, I guess. Man after my own heart. He tugged at his tie to loosen it a little. You know why I'm here. I want to make you an offer. This time I can't refuse. That's exactly what I was thinking. He likes the lesbians. Thought you were American. I'm listening. I'm very much listening. Listen closely. Times are changing and so is the balance of the world. Soon, instead of a fractured world, we will see a more united one. There's us, ATO, against them. I want you by our side, the winning side. There's much we can achieve together, and you have shown me the proof. A friend of Lesbia is our friend as well. If you accept, I'd like to extend you a warm welcome as a full member state. This, of course, comes along with lots of privileges and responsibilities. In ATO, we protect each other. We have a mutual defense clause in the case of war. I want that so fucking bad. You'll have entire backing of ATO, soldiers, jet fighters, warships, whatever you like. During peacetime, you'll see the effects even more. Our combined production output. I want to be in NATO. You're like selling way past the close, man. You are selling way past the close. I was already willing to join you a long time ago. Free trade zone agreements. Free trade zone agreements. Everybody, the money men go into a dark, dark room. They like join hands together and they just say under their breath, free trade zone agreements. All I ask in return is mutual loyalty to one another in the pact. The Swordfish Armed Forces will be a member of the ATO military structure. All branches, be it Air, Navy, Army, will collaborate with the Alliance Network. I'm not saying the downside. Our armies will learn how to fight together and be stronger than ever. I mean, I am not a commie. We have not been in a commie, like, even remotely. I've been generally fairly capitalist, but also, like, strongly trying to help people. So we clearly need to get in bed with NATO. Let's make history here, tonight. Let's do it. Mr. President, let's do it! I want to join NATO. Yeah, I was expecting, like, way more demands. He's just saying where's the demand? I see good things here. Where's the negative? I accept. That's what I like to hear. Welcome NATO, Mr. Rain. Welcome home. Cheers to newfound partnerships. We clinked our glasses and downed the remaining whiskey. Now it's starting to taste better. Let's go upstairs, Mr. Rain. We have much to discuss, but more importantly, we need to celebrate. Besides, I have a few more dance moves to show off. Sure, buddy. Oh, that's a lot of things. AT offers balanced energy prices. Oh, I love when my energy prices are balanced. I love that. Adequately equipped military. Administration announces Swordland's NATO membership. It's announced that Swordland will take the next steps to join NATO. The transition period will have no effects on the citizens during the earlier days. Gradually, our economy and society will begin to be integrated. Militarily, NATO will now have substantial power over the decision of making Swordfish Armed Forces was justified. Okay. Swordland joins NATO. Or fruit, as Suzerain has announced that Swordland will be joining the ranks of NATO. The historic moment has been welcomed warmly by the member states of NATO as they congratulated Swordland. President Rain's lesbian counterpart, President Minister Alvarez, has called Swordland's joining to NATO the best thing to happen in Eastern Mercopa in the last century. Over the span of the next couple of years, Swordland will economically, militarily, and diplomatically integrate with the rest of the Pact. Although membership comes with a myriad of responsibilities, the changes will improve Swordland as a whole in almost every aspect. I'm hoping the demands come later. I want them later. All I care about is the money and the alliance. I want Russia to fuck off and leave me alone. Economy still in danger. We'll see. It'll come up. We'll talk about that funny little island right there. What we got now? After weeks of late nights, Monica, Chiara, and the Women's Rights Commission has succeeded in getting their bill through the Assembly. It was as comprehensive as they could have hoped for. I was looking forward to celebrating with my wife. But it had been hours since I'd gotten home and she still wasn't there. I was dozing on the couch after yet another frozen TV dinner when I heard the key turn in the lock. Dude, you were too old for the frozen TV dinners. Make something simple, make some fucking spaghetti. Honey, I'm home! Out changing the world! Her breath smelled like gin. I was just having a few drinks with Chiara. I can't believe we did it. Anton, this is such amazing news. You could have invited me to the celebrations. Oh, you would have found it boring and somebody had to look after Deanna. I'm trying to see what I put you through all those years. Get used to it, baby. Said someday I'm gonna be the president. This is what I want to do. I've never felt so alive. That's something came out of these hellish years. Show the frame photo you took. Oh yeah, I had that funny old photo. I should show her that. I put my briefcase and pulled out the photograph I'd taken from my old office on that fateful night with Peter. Oh wow, look at us. I'm still as madly in love with you as I was the day that photo was taken. I will take you now. Monica smiled, took my hand, and wordlessly led me upstairs to the bedroom. Oh, yay! We're still having sex. I'm so glad. Armed groups declare war against the state. Gross. What a horrible thing to wake up to. Deadly ambush in Jen. WPB record membership number. The Workers' Party of Bludia. I'm so glad. Swordland creates peace line to avert war. I love averting war. That's my favorite fucking activity. Following Rumberg's demands for reparations from Swordland, the tensions have increased dramatically. Yesterday's Swordfish warplane was shot down. As per the information from Rumberg, the Swordfish warplane has trespassed into Rumbergian airspace, whereas Swordfish military reports that the plane was inside our borders. Thankfully, the Swordfish administration approached the incident calmly and established a peace line to avert war between the two countries. President Rain has been commended internationally for his efforts to de-escalate the situation and maintain peace. They had the funny background music. They woke me up in the middle of the night. Like, hey, sir, do you want to start a war? And I said, no. Green Chariot Hotel in Enrica. I hadn't slept all that night. I was too busy thinking about how I'd rally my party's conservative base at today's lunch. Ooh, but the conservatives hate me because I've been, like, really shitting on them. I was just pulling out my clothes when two soft, sharp knocks came at the door. Good morning, sir. Morning, Lucian. Sat down in the suit's office chair and pulled up a piece of paper. I just thought I'd drop off some talking points. Much appreciated. No trouble at all. Ready to hit the campaign trail again? I'm ready if you are, Mr. President. I'll see you there, Ali. Almost forgot the Archpriest of Dare couldn't be present today, but want to relay a message of support to you and your family. What'd he say? I bless the rains down in Enrica. Fuck off. Fuck off and go to hell. Don't ever say that again. Fuck off. Oh, I'm so glad. It's just all the conservatives in the room and also me. Lucian left the room. I finished putting on my tie and reread my notes for the morning speech. I like when the scene begins with the hushed whispers. A few hours later, I was waiting in the wings of the North Auditorium in Enrica, and the audience were several thousand of my conservative supporters. Behind the podium hung a Swedish flag on a giant banner that read... What did it read? Your land, my land, sword land. Enrica, Mayor Carton Lest made a few brief introductory comments. It was hard to forget how the Benfi event went down. Peter gave a short speech introducing me, then it was my turn. I stepped behind the podium and took a deep breath. Brothers and sisters of the USP, you love me, you love me, you love me. Oh shit, we are 3.5 years into this shit. Ooh, sucks, sucks. We have been tested again and again. I tire, I want to slumber. I want to get into my sarcophagus and slumber after this. Yeah, Swordsland has prevailed. I don't know if that's true. I will pledge myself to God and Swordsland again. We will fix the economic crisis. As an armed militants threaten to I promise I will uphold law and order. As violence on the streets, I will restore harmony. Shit, I should have said law and order. These are conservatives. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I want to reverse. I want to reverse. I should know who I'm talking to. Successfully reformed Constitution. We brought change. We love it. I will continue to root out corruption. I remain committed to stamping out the corruption. They love when corruption is stamped out. They love that. They love that imagery. They love the boot. Thunderous applause erupted. See, they love the boot. So the change, the USP remains strong as ever. Some accuse me of strength from the values. To them, I say, I am the Senate. Fuck it, be a little Palpatine. The conservatives love that shit. There's been tremendous progress made in the term and more to come. I promise you there's no way we can lose. I'm devoted an unprecedented amount of effort towards making Stormland this kind of the best in the world. We will not lose. We will not lose! Shall lead Stormland. I am Vice President. Shall not back down until we finish. A bright new era. A bright new era. A roar shook the hall. A true form of... Oh, no. This isn't... No. You make the roar go away really quickly when you say that. It is time, my fellow swords, a new dawn. Ew. Gross. Gross. Just remember, vote Rain 57. The audience roared as streamers shot out of cannons behind me. My re-election campaign had officially begun. I stepped down from the podium. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. England lacks investment, Bergia economy plummets. Recover trade volume. That's nice. That's nice. There's like a lot of red here. I did make an alliance. I did make an alliance with them. I thought that'd be fun. I like that idea. Yeah, the economy is really fucking shit. The economy is really shit. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Armed groups. Go away. Red youth and young swords fight. Oh, that's fun. The kids are fighting. According to a young swords member who wished to stay anonymous, said that he has seen red youth members put a clown wig and nose on Saul statues at the city center. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Young swords oppress brutish protesters. When is it enough? How long can we stay intolerant of this brutality? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Country stability decreased. Yay! Yay! Everybody drink! Every time our credit rating gets degraded, drink! Man, you gotta fix this. Man, you gotta fix this. I go to him, I kiss him right on the lips. I say, you must fix this. I kiss his ring. You must fix this. I opened the door and entered the largest boardroom in the building. Simon was sitting alone with a glass of water and his documents laid out before him. I don't know. It really sucks because literally the entire last session was victory after victory after victory. I successfully changed the Constitution. I got a lot of shit passed. It was weird because everything was good. But every time you're watching, Tyler, everything is shit and I don't know why. Yeah, they were more of a minority, but I figured I wanted democracy. Good afternoon, Mr. President. I also decided to do an alliance with them because I was really trying to get those constitutional reforms passed, and we got it by 1 vote. I wonder how variable that is, passing the reforms through the Congress, because we did just get it by 1 vote, but I wasn't sure if it was like, if it could vary more, like if you could get a lot more votes or what, or if it's always like 1 vote, like, oh, you just barely got it, like storytelling wise. Wasn't sure about that. It's so good to see you, Simon Fix. A knock was heard on the door and Peter entered the room. I hope I'm not late. Tyler, this was briefly not in danger. It was actually unstable. Those were the good times. Those were the golden years. I never thought it would be better. Now that everyone's here, let's begin. As you all know, we're here to review the economic progress we've made over the past term and decide how to proceed. I'll brief you quickly on what we've done so far just as a refresher. Let's hear it. From the pile, he produced 2 booklets and handed them to us. Our extra focus on the economy has resulted in some small-scale positive growth. The extra resources have been a boon to my ministry. It would be great if we followed up this focus during our next term. Let's take a deep dive into the details now. Please turn to page 5. Let's start with our economy plan. I would like to say we're on track, but I can't. We're not. Our decisions so far have not been in line with our initial intention for a market economy. What do you mean? It looks like we're going for a mixed approach instead, something in between a market and a planned economy. We've deviated from our plan. I don't know what caused that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I got it by literally 1 vote. I was shocked when that happened. I blame the circumstances. I agree. How are we supposed to know what the next 3 years would bring? Just pointing out the facts here. Let's move on with the report. Status of trade and the effects of foreign policy. I'm happy to say that our trade has increased. I would fucking hope so. I've made 15 alliances. We're on the right path. More trade means a more vibrant economy, which means unbridled economic development. Okay. In our attempts to repair Sworden's economic system, we went for a mixed approach. We tried to cater to the needs of both businesses and Swedish citizens. It's been a delicate balance. Hasn't worked out. Oh, okay. Thankfully, living standards are steadily increasing. We've been receiving fewer and fewer complaints about our welfare systems. That's good. Some of our industries have also been knocked down to their knees by our recent taxations. The demand for these goods has decreased drastically, which led to businesses in these industries being shut down. Some people are calling the government out for infringing on their personal liberty. Apparently some have even filed lawsuits saying that the taxes violate their human dignity. I don't think that's what that means. I don't think that's what that means. The lawyers argued for them that they need it for mental health treatment. Motherfucker, I taxed the fucking tobacco and I taxed the alcohol. You goddamn fucking junkies. You pieces of shit. My mental health treatments. Fucking house over here. Our production rate has gone down since the beginning of the term. We're at a low point right now. Then we need to fix that. Okay, I'll note. What do you mean I'll note that down? That's a note you had to take? We have an infrastructure problem and the economy won't truly flourish until we solve it. We need to make new roads and improve the existing ones. People and businesses alike have been complaining. Smoother commutes, easier access, and faster delivery times would help everyone out. We're very close to the end. I want to talk about a few numbers. Turn to page 57. Inflation rate is oh no! Oh, my tummy hurts! Inflation is at a staggering 49%, way up from 10%. It might be the highest in Swordland's history. Oh, we have the kids playing with the money in the fucking streets. They're making piles out of it. The Suzerain has been wildly fluctuating as a result, and consumer prices have gone up, which means they're angry at us. Okay. I don't think I'm getting reelected. I don't think that's happening. We need to fix it. Do you have any questions? Where money? Where money? How's the GDP doing? It's about half what it was before. How could that even happen? How could that even happen? In short, we're suffering from a decreased economical capacity, but I keep funding so many things. Where's the money going? Is it just corruption? Are you guys like eating it? I sign these bills. Do you just like take the bill and then eat it afterward? I'm starting to think that's what's happening. How's the debt? Okay. It's budged significantly down from where we started. I would still consider this an economic loss. As we inherit a recession, we essentially increase the possibility of an uncontrollable debt spiral. I found the last piece. I found it. It was lost for so long, but I found it. I put inflation right in the middle, and then we smile. Say, I've recreated Anatolia. How's unemployment going? It remains steady. Great. The stagnation is mostly due to the lack of investments in average. What do you mean? Why are we not investing more? Very well. I want to quickly highlight our budget expenditure. The numbers indicate that overall we've been fairly balanced. Yeah, we used to be way lower, man. A balanced approach is good. However, we shouldn't forget that money is not spent in just pieces of paper. Now, going into elections, hopefully a second term, we need to decide on the way forward. We need a bigger budget. We shouldn't start our next term with a budget deficit. What should we do? Any ideas? Oh. Nothing. Hey, what if I take out more loans? What if I take that can that's right in front of me and I fucking kick it? Have you considered? This will pose quite a risk to the reputation of our administration, but it can be done. I'll get right on it. Oh, okay. All right. Now that's out of the way. During our first term, we faced many challenges in the midst of a recession. We've worked hard to fight against the odds, but it was not enough. Violent unrests are still happening. The tensions chased away potential investments that would have created more. There was like a turn where everything was so fine, and then there was darkness in the air, there was a bad aura, there was something evil happening, and then some dominoes got hit. I need money, okay? I need money. I don't know where else the money's gonna come from. You may have surmised from the numbers I've given you that the economy has worsened over the course of our administration. I want to prepare you for the truth. That is no longer a mere recession. We've entered a period that historians might reasonably refer to as the Swordlish Great Depression. Yay! We've made a depression! We've broken our promises and failed our people. My only hope is that future generations will be able to forgive us. Simon, it seems this is your department. That sucks. Alright. Anyway, take it on the chin, move on. We will get through this together. That's all. I wonder how low we can get this. Do you think we can go lower? I can go low. Oh. This is a fun country where good things happen. Okay. I'm really fucking glad. I'm really fucking glad. Tensions boil over. That's nice. Expands reach to Anraka and Arcasia. Nuclear-powered vessels make waves. Yay. What can we choose from? Scheduled television interview. Ooh, how could that go wrong? Swordfish Great Depression. Ooh, I want to do the interview. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Ooh, you got a lot of reports for me. Protesters occupy Blue Mansion. Oh, I'm glad. The massive protests all took over City Hall. That's fun. Tons of salmon left rotting in storage. Oh, I don't want that one. I don't care about that one. That's stupid. I don't care about that. Instability severely affects tourism industry. Okay. I don't know that this is fixable. I feel that we've hit a point and we're gonna look back and know how things were. We're gonna see how good things used to be. Disrupt port and marine commerce. Lucian Glad organized an interview for the presidency on the internationally renowned one-on-one. The famous journalist Thomas Sacker will be asking the questions. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Debt crisis shocks the economy. Yay. Yay. Victory for everyone. Friends Richter and the People's Freedom are making waves in Lockhaven. Their campaign slogan, victory for everyone. Cover the city. Okay. I'm going to say that if I make it through this alive, that is victory. We're saying that. Lucian stopped me on my way out of the balcony. A film and crew was standing nearby. Are you ready for the interview, sir? Don't I look ready? Of course, sir, you look great. The crew is prepared to start filming, and Mr. Sacker is excited to interview you. It would be bad press to decline the offer. They're the most prestigious interview program in the world. They are from Kairut. The country is known for its neutrality. I don't think it'll be too much pressure. I can handle it. I walked to the balcony and sat on the seat prepared for me, directly across from Mr. Sacker. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Let us begin with the latest incident between Swordland and Rumburg. An aircraft of the Swedish Air Forces was shot down by Rumburgian anti-air guns a few weeks ago. Officials from the Rumburgian government both claimed that the aircraft was flying inside the airspace of Rumburg. Your government has been silent apart from a few statements which claim that your plane was indeed in Swedish airspace when it was shot down. Do you believe the Rumburgian forces initiated an intentional attack? Do you believe that? I mean, yes. Yes. You don't want to think they attacked us. It must have been a mistake. We have reason to believe that Rumburg has been increasingly aggressive over the last years. I mean, yes. Yes. They were rattling the sabers. That's what they were doing. This is what they were doing. Does that mean there will be more hostilities on the horizon? I fucking hope not. I fucking hope not. We will have to ask Queen Livingston herself, I think. Do you believe that these harassments could lead to an actual war between Swordland and Rumburg in the future? I fucking hope not. I believe that's what Rumburg wants. We'll have to see, but if they want war, we will give them war. I hope not. We are willing to do what it takes to avoid conflict. We will avoid conflict, okay? I am the victim here. This week, the Arcasian government has condemned Rumburg for their actions against Swordland. Now that Swordland is also a member of ATO, do you think that could deter Rumburg? I fucking hope so. She is not crazy, and there's no way she wouldn't do that now. We're a part of NATO. She can't do it. Not sure Rumburg sees itself as the third superpower. They will not. You go against one of us, and you go against all of us, so you can't do that. You've also claimed that Rumburg has been spying on your administration. The alleged spy was none other than your own secretary. Rumburg has since denied all your claims. He stared into my eyes, awaiting a response. I mean, Yes. This is a very serious accusation, Mr. President. To elaborate, some also claim that your secretary was involved in... I knew you'd bring this up. I knew you'd bring this up. Which the administration didn't want getting out. What do you have to say about these accusations? I don't know anything. I don't know anything, and I never have. So unless we have evidence, she was working for a real name, was a lot of fans. You laughed at these bases. You talked about this in detail. You check what I said. We have evidence. Her real name was Lana Vance. Don't you think you were partly to blame? She was your secretary. It was going on under your nose. Shut up. First, I'm not responsible for processing background checks. I don't want to repeat myself. I already talked about this earlier. Yeah, it's already out. I can't do anything about it. I'll say that. He didn't look like he was satisfied. He stopped for a moment and took a brief look at his papers. Okay, let's return to your foreign policy. Let's talk about the ongoing conflict about Hieland Island. The Vogslandian Navy has been increasingly active in the Marking Sea. As you know, they've been harassing Agnolian ships and recently Sorda ships as well. I believe Swordland is committed to staying with Agnoli, and in fact, you have a military alliance with them. What do you think about Vogsland's actions? I think they're fucking shit. I think they're fucking shit, and they should shut up and go home. Rifle owner. It's very concerning. We can't have them harass other nations. The seas are not theirs to claim. I find a chance to see reason. I believe the conflict can be resolved in mathematics. I like that one. Diplomacy, diplomacy, diplomacy. Do you think the hostilities between Agnoli and Vogsland might erupt into a hot war? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like when wars are hot. It's definitely a possibility for all nations should do their best. No, I don't think it would go that far. Both sides can see reason. Would Swordland also get involved if the situation gets out of control? I must signal that we would intervene because that is, I'm in an alliance. So much forces are ready to act for our alliance. Need us. I would just say that I hope the situation won't come to that. But what if it does? He says, but what if it does? I say, it won't. Okay, I guess. Last year, a huge conflict took place to your borders near Welland. When the Wejik forces partook in a massacre of British civilians under the guise of eliminating the British Freedom Front, Swordland decided to stay out of the conflict. In fact, many refugees fleeing from the massacre came to Swordland. Knowing that Swordland also had its trouble with the British independence movement, how did Swordland cope with the influx of British refugees coming from Welland? I let them in because they are just refugees, okay? Bushman has nothing to do with this. They could have been swords or Wejiks as well. First of all, they're human beings. Absolutely. The world has been watching this humanitarian crisis with utmost attention, and I have to give you credit for allowing these people to enter Swordland. Unlike your neighbor, Lesbia, Swordland took this responsibility. Do you feel the burden for being the only country who opened their borders to the refugees? We can't complain. In an ideal world, all surrounding nations take the responsibility. Swordland stands alone yet again. I definitely implore for not doing anything. I don't want to talk about my economy. I want to put that as far out of my mouth as possible. We love the Blues. All our homies love them. They have no reason to rise up as one. Can you say with certainty that these refugees can adapt and find a better life in Swordland? I think more people should come here. I think that we have a great country. My debt is not getting worse. No, nobody expects them. They must return to their country. Yes, I absolutely believe that. But how about... On the gesture of the director, he stopped before finishing his sentence. Well, seems that's all the time we have for today. The director shouted at the crew to stop recording. We both stood up and shook hands. Thank you for your valuable time, Mr. President. Okay. They didn't come at me with any gotchas. That could have been worse. Can't say the same, asshole. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you for coming here. I hope to interview you again in the future. I'm so glad. That could have been worse. That could have been worse. Ooh, I love when the numbers are big. Swordland is dependent on foreign help. Can't stand on them by their own. Protesters occupy the Blue Mansion. That's like fun. Swordish Great Depression! They fucking better leave. Swordish champions against the Rizian Giants. FC Enrica to face real Montanclar in Maricopan Cup knockouts. I don't care about that! New Force in Politics People's Front. Here together, new leader Monsoon Lake is chosen as the presidential candidate. Ooh, it's fun. He's here now. It's very cool. Swordland reliant on Voran aid. I am. From the People's Front, the Communist Party, and the Workers' Party Bludia are joining forces. That's so great for them. I'm so glad for them. Reign administration resorts to MFI loans. Neck deep in mud. Yeah, it sucks. Life sucks, man. I love how many reports there are nowadays. I love it. Very low public with a mere... Shut the fuck up. I am lifting people out of poverty. I'm helping women. Okay. That's fun. That's like fun. Tusk AIDS election campaign has made donation of 5 million SR to our election campaign. Also volunteered to help. Good. Good for me. NFP welcomes General Luteran's son. The National Influence Party has welcomed General Luteran's son. Sing a Luteran back in politics, shocking to many citizens. General Luteran infamously organized a military coup against former President Wishi. Mr. Kimmer has organized the event to field to his voter base. This is a symbolic step for the NFP, as Luteran was arguably the most well-known nationalist. Okay. Monsoon becomes new MVP leader. They stay, not pull back. Yeah, I already knew about that. To fill. Yeah, I already knew about that. Okay, let's do it. Swordish Great Depression. The current economic climate in Swordland has taken a severe downturn, leading to what is now being referred to as the Swordish Great Depression. The sharp rise in unemployment, coupled with a steep decline in gross domestic product, displays the gravity of the situation. Prevailing concerns about the government overspending have further aggravated the crisis, giving rise to financial instability. Our nation will recover. I say everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. As usual, I woke up early in the morning, I put on my clothes and went downstairs. I made a cup of finely ground Swordish coffee along with a slice of buttered toast and sat down in front of the TV to watch the morning news. I'm sure it's great. I am curious to see what President Rain's response will be. Okay. For those who are turning in late, today is certainly going to be a rough day for the administration. We have confirmation about the certainty of these leaks. This is nothing short of a major scandal that could very well lead to the impeachment of President Rain. Yay! As per the recent information we have received, President Rain's name is mentioned many times in these leaks, according to documents. What? What is it? Oh, fuck off. That is the most nothing name. That is the most nothing thing I've done this entire game. We've been trying to reach out to the Maroon Palace about these allegations and scandals, however, we have been unable to reach anyone yet. No. If that's the shit they get me on, that'll be the stupidest thing ever. If that's the shit you get me on, are you kidding me? The corruption of Rain revealed! The lies of Rain. Like the most nothing thing they could get me on. That's them getting Capone on for tax evasion. That's exactly what that is. The historic Graf Manor lay on the outskirts. Nearly 2 centuries, it was as formidable as Lilius himself. I should have just fucking paid money to send him elsewhere. I don't know why I didn't. Lilius had invited me here for a private dinner, just the 2 of us. Wasn't sure of her motivations, but was happy to have an excuse to escape the chaos back in Hellsword. Sirs dropped me off at the door. I knock. Gas lanterns lent the wood-paneled room a cozy orange glow. Lilius was sitting on the sofa. Above her hung a nearly life-size portrait of a sallow, unhappy-looking young woman in a lace ball gown. We have to hope. We have to hope. Is that your mother? Lilius nodded. I was her only child, you know. Giving birth to me left her medically unable to conceive. Oh, I'm sorry. My father never could forgive her for not bearing him a son, and she... Oh, fuck off. What a shithead. She took a measuring sip of one of the 2 glasses. Sounds like a painful childhood. The silver lining is that despite personally despising me, they felt compelled to grant me all the advantages a son would have had, including the education I need to rise to my current position. Would you be so kind as to tell me why you invited me here? Given how your wife spends her time these days, I thought you might be in need of a home-cooked supper. Okay. Ah, speaking of which. She led me into the dining room with her glittering chandelier hung from the high ceiling. Beneath it was a long table set for 2. A woman in an apron and a chef's hat, Wojciech, by her appearance, ceremoniously presented a roast rack of venison. Smells delicious. The groundskeeper shot it this morning. I'm so glad. It was some of the best meat I'd ever had. We ate in silence for a while, then Lilias pensively laid down her cutlery. Anton, I want you to know that I have nothing but respect for you. But given certain developments that have occurred over the course of your term, I believe you are no longer fit to lead the USP. I thought she was about to get up, take her knife, and put it right in my throat. I wanted you to be the first to know that I myself will be running against you at the party congress. Oh, I'm so glad. I suspected that might happen. Of course you did, you're not stupid. Did you think I'd sit by as you made a mockery out of this country's constitution? The very constitution that is keeping this nation safe from internal and external threats. Yeah, whatever, lady. You are a disgrace to the good name of Tarquin Saul. Did you poison my food? Lois reached over to my plate, took a forkful of meat, and ate it while looking me in the eye. I don't need those kinds of tricks to beat you. I'm doing you a courtesy tonight. I didn't want to surprise you at the Congress. And I wanted to give you time to consider backing me. I will bring this whole fucking party down. I'll fucking put the goddamn liberals in charge, bitch. No. No, I don't like you. I can't back down. I understand. I'll tender my official resignation once we're both back in Hallsword. Well, you know, you're my least favorite, so no great loss. I understand now why you never found a husband. You can be such an asshole in this game. I do think it'd be fun to do a playthrough where you were just a complete shithead. Or may the best man win. It's a shame to lose you. Likewise. I'll have the butler show you out. Okay. As Serge and I drove away, I looked in the rearview mirror and saw her silhouette in the doorway. So I was being challenged from within my own party. At least Lilias wouldn't pose much of a threat. Don't fucking say those curse words, you crazy man. Yay! Ooh, connections updated cabinet. Oh, look, it's an empty position. This has never happened before. I need a new person there. Well, I know a shithead PFJP guy. According to reports from the Capitol, the leaders of the Workers' Party and Communist Party had a meeting together. The leaders were suspected to have talked about entering an alliance before the election to pass the election threshold. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's true. It was an unusual day for the residents of Hallsword. Regularly used streets and avenues were blocked off by the military personnel. Many shops and cafes were closed, and once crowded streets were now empty. Instead, thousands of residents in Hallsword were concentrated in one street, Victory Avenue. Stretching out through the heart of Hallsword, people on both sides of the road were waving their Swordish flags proudly for the military parade. I was getting prepared to embark on my trip. I was going to be a short drive down the Victory Avenue until we reached Maroon Palace. My company for this trip was Yosef with Serge, as usual, driving the presidential car. Yosef approached me. He was wearing his decorated ceremony outfit. He carried a sword with a goat head at the handle and his pistol by his whip. He put on his cap. Mr. President, we're almost ready. We'll depart right after the tank column. Rumburg will think twice after today. They will tremble before the Swordish military might. Wow, a whole parade, so cool. After hearing the loud thump of a book falling down to the floor, he turned to a couple of privates that were doing their preparations on the schedule and started walking in their direction. Private, can't you do your goddamn job properly? Watch the young soldiers perform a lousy salute to Yosef. What's that salute, soldier? Watch, this is a real salute! He performed an excellent... What is an excellent salute? What does that mean? How does one judge a salute? Doesn't give me much confidence. Strict as ever. Old habits die hard. Mr. President, Miss Delencia. Serge performed a salute to Yosef, which made Yosef smile under his mustache. At ease, Mr. Walkner. Are you ready to depart yet? I guess. We start following Serge. Have you seen the tanks? Our planes too? Rumburg will be so scared. We are really confident in this. We're like really confident that Russia will, they will be terrified of this. I sure hope so. I think they're more afraid of attacking NATO than a military parade. I think that they would care way more about that, but what do I know? I made a depression happen. My kids were very excited to wake up today, you know, to see the planes fly. Where did you do your military service? More in a 7th Artillery Squadron. I was talking with many of my friends from those days. The camaraderie of military is never forgotten. I'm still in touch with my friends from basic training as well. What about you, sir? Where'd you serve? All over Swordland. You know, Mr. President was under my command once, government outpost. Do you remember those days? Who can forget about Major Lancia? We called him the Relentless. Good old days. We're here, sir. We exited the building and walked over to the clearance where the black Cadilla, the presidential car, was waiting. It was decorated properly for the event, and the top canopy had been removed so that I could stand and wave to people. Ooh, maybe this is where I'll get shot. That'd be fun. I can get shot at the military parade, and then the country can fall to chaos. That'd be fun. On the way to the car, generals and admirals were lined up on both sides of the carpet. The atmosphere immediately changed when these experienced men who had fought many times for the country saluted me. Ooh, maybe it can be one of my old soldiers that shoots me. That'd be really fun. I saluted the high-ranking military staff and attaches from ATO. We shook hands before proceeding. I entered the car and Serge started the engine. Yusuf saluted me. We were on our way shortly. Good luck, Mr. President. Why do you say good luck? Okay. Even though there are many walls and trees in between the car and the crowd, I was able to hear the deafening sounds of cheering Swordish citizens. Gradually, we made our way to the starting point. A group of 10, maybe 12 latest technology S-16 fighter jets flew above our heads, and I thought that the engine sounds was going to leave me deaf. Loud footsteps of the marching soldiers were followed by loud noises coming from tank engines. The tanks came into my view. They were not the most modern models. However, they displayed our military might. I couldn't even finish my thought. One of the tanks broke down and had to be towed. What an embarrassment! God, we're a shit country! Oh. We waited for a few minutes for the announcement. Finally, it was our turn. On both sides of the Victory Avenue, there were numerous citizens cheering my name, waving their Swordish flags. I do the military thing. I raise my fist. It's really fucking cool. I say, ooh, you guys don't like democracy. Maybe we'll go military. Who knows? Looking at the benches where the general staff was sitting at, I saw Tarquin Saul sitting next to General Vulcan. From this distance, it was hard to tell, but he tipped his hat off to me, and I could swear that he was smiling. You can't do this. Maybe I'll listen. They decided they did not like democracy, so we'll see what else they like. We kept our slow and steady pace. We were almost at the Arthur S. Vichy statue several hundred meters away. A group of soldiers saluted me as we passed by. They looked proud and stout in the new infantry uniforms and with brand new rifles. The convoy continued. The background music stopped. As I looked around and saw that there was a military truck parked next to the statue in the distance. Hey, Serge, is that truck part of the parade? Okay. I think so, Mr. President, although I'm not sure why it's parked. We continued and neared the statue. It's happening. The truck was standing in the middle of the road, blocking the parade a few dozen meters in front of us. Was this scheduled? I don't think so, sir. Something's wrong. His jaw was clenched and he was intently watching. A surgeon then picked up the radio. There seems to be a truck on the way. Is this part of the schedule? 3 men who jumped out of the truck started running towards our car. They were holding KA-74s pointed right at us. We don't drive forward. We don't drive forward. We go back. We go backward. Surge reversed the car at full speed and ducked. I mean, I guess I duck as well. They started firing and my ears started ringing. I could hear the bullets impacting the car as we reversed and hit a roadblock behind us. There was complete silence followed by screams from the crowd. There was a muffled sound from the front seat. Oh, Serge, no. Oh, no, okay, he's alive. What just happened? A brief gunfight ensued outside as the police and soldiers rushed over to secure the vehicle. Sir, are you all right? I'm fine. Are you injured? He pat himself down. No injuries, sir. Thank God. Emergency medical teams arrived and started examining me and Serge. After confirming that we had no injuries, I stood up and took a look around. The car was dotted with bullet holes. The bodies of dead gunmen were in front of it. It was a miracle that no one died. Okay. Very fun. Very fun. We live in a fun country where fun things happen for fun people. Attention all citizens in the greater Hallsword region. After the assassination attempt on President Rain today, the city of Hallsword and all nearby cities are under lockdown. Temporary security measures will be taken while the investigations are underway. Minister of Interior Graf resigns. Yay, it's very fun. 3 shot trying to kill Rain. 3 assassins have been killed today after an attempt on President Rain's life. During the much-anticipated military parade, attackers were seen jumping out of a military truck with K-74s. That was fun. He was seen shaken by the incident as he was moved to a hospital in an ambulance. Who is behind the assassination attempt? How is this even possible? In the middle of a military parade surrounded by jets, tanks, thousands of soldiers, 3 assassins jumped out of a military truck in an attempt to kill Rain. How could this even happen? This has to be an inside job, period. There's simply no other way that would justify assassins jumping out of a military truck during a parade. President Rain better be more careful with who he trusts from now on. No matter what, a president is a president. Rain is the democratically elected head of our country, and an attack on him means an attack on democracy in Swordland. We hope the reasons behind this attack is found with haste. Graf throws in the towel. Lily is Granny Graf. I didn't realize that was her nickname. So mean. Yay! Yay! Will of the state. We're having fun here. We're having fun here. Everybody loves this. World leaders together at Alliance of Nations. That seems fun. I like that more. I wanna do that. I don't get shot when I go to the other countries. Mercopan Champions Cup. Ew. I gotta go watch sports. Today, the management of FC. I mean, I love sport. I love football. I love football. I love when they do the downs and then they have the ball. That is true. 2 assassination attempts. Hey, let's not try for a 3rd, though. I don't think I can keep getting lucky. I don't like being in crowded areas now. I feel unsafe. The team was representing Swordland in the international arena. According to Lucian, it would have been unpresidential not to put it. Oh, who fucking cares about sports? If they're not goddamn Greco wrestlers, I don't give a shit. It was finally in the Mercopan Champions Cup, the most prestigious football tournament in the world. For the first time ever, a Swordlish team has managed. I mean, I love football. I fucking love when they do the downs. It's really cool, whatever that means. Millions of Swordlish people are fighting to see them. They're gonna win. They're gonna win, guys. A win today would bring Enrica to the quarterfinals, a feat that no Swordlish team had ever managed to achieve. The outcome of this game better not be with like anything I decide. I can't have their fates in my hands. Fucking figure it out yourself. All presidents of Swordland, current and former, were invited to watch this short competition. I was told that both Tarquin Sol and Edward Alfonso have joined me in the lounge reserved for us. Ooh, all of us in one room. Weird. I think maybe? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't remember if I did. I'm fine. Lucian, I'm just counting up the days until the end of this is what I'm doing. I've made my peace. We made our way towards the Maroon Stadium. The arena was situated in one of the most crowded quarters of Enrica, surrounded by dense urban development. As we wandered our way through the streets, I noticed the name of Tarquin Sol everywhere. Since I'd been here, markets, restaurants, and even pubs named after the Colonel had all popped up. Alka-Sol? Really? I'm afraid we did, sir. I heard it's part of an ad campaign for Enrica, an attempt to draw tourists, or at least Solist ones, to the city. Sol's legacy still lives on for millions after all. Lovely. Sir, the security has given us the clear and informed us that Tarquin Sol has arrived at the lounge. Okay. I don't recall if I did or not. I remember it coming up. I think it was between them and somebody else, but I don't recall. Please follow the guards at the top floor. You'll be seated in the VIP lounge. I hope there won't be another surprise today. I'm sick of these October surprises. Try not to worry, sir. The security detail has assured me that they have everything under control. It's just that they say that every time. Every time they've told me they have it under control, but it gets worse. So you're seeing how I'm conflicted here, Lucian. I'll save you some snacks. I followed. Welcome to the Hall of Martyrs. The quarters inside were painted almost completely in maroon, adorning them were various depictions of the Swordfish Goat and numerous jerseys, awards, and team photographs. On our way up, I was greeted by the president of the club. Beaming with pride, he immediately shook my hand. Behind him, Major Curtin Lust and Gus Manger were waiting to greet me as well. All of them had FC Enrica pins attached to their collars. Welcome to Enrica, Mr. President. You are always welcome in Enrica, and it's great to see you show support in person. Thanks for being here. This match means a lot for us. And all of Sorba. Never before has the Swordfish team reached this stage in the Merc Open Cup. I will not. I mean, that's what I think, but I'm not gonna say it. I have high hopes for today. This is a big achievement. Everybody loves it. Football is of rapidly expanding importance in Swordland. I mean, tourism, like getting people in here, I agree. The president of the club walked in, handed us gift bags full of merchandise, and gave a speech addressing the importance of today's match. Pointed us towards the lounge, which was surrounded by heavily armed men. It was greeted by an amazing view of the entire pitch through floor-to-ceiling windows. Tarquin Saul was already seated on the leather sofa, casting his hawk-like gaze out onto the field. He did not react when I entered. To what do we owe this pleasure, Colonel? He said, Mr. Rain, I didn't hear you come in. He smiled at me and gestured at the vacant spot beside him. Please join me. I didn't expect you to show up today. It is heartening to see that you're a supporter of Enrica and Sorta Sports. I didn't know you were a football fan. You know I couldn't miss this historic moment. Sure. I'm sure they'll give it their all, right? They wouldn't disappoint both of us. Unless they crack under pressure. Tell me, is everything faring well with your new constitution, Mr. Rain? Shut the fuck up. Get over it. Still sore because you lost, old man? Don't be a fool. Such childish games don't interest me. I'm interested in the results from this nation. Despite all the warning signs, you adamantly followed your own pig-headed vision of Swordland. You continued on the path that Uad Alfonso started, obliterating our economy and throwing the nation into a quagmire. I never would have thought I'd live to see. Yeah, man. I'm warning you, Anton, the path you've chosen will only bring about exploitation and abuse. Sucks. Sucks. None of that really matters anymore. All incompetent leaders get what's coming to them in the end, yourself included. Sure. I will not give in to your threats. You can shut the fuck up. A sudden burst of cheering from the stadium made both of us look out the window. The players had begun walking out on the field. He pointed directly at a group of fans who'd stood and taken clipboards. Under the portrait, welcome home, Colonel. Welcome home. You're so much cooler than the other president. As if plastering my name everywhere in the city wasn't enough, I suppose I'm flattered. Another group of fans raised their hand, marking their character. So cool, so full, so fucking cool. We'll eat you whole for Colonel Saul. Right after the referee signaled the start of the match, the door behind us closed with a thud. Well, Colonel, how do you feel about Enrica's new poster boy? Looks like it's working well for the city. If you move back home, I'm sure you get free meals and drinks wherever you want. You know I never had a strong connection to this place. Mr. Lester should have asked my permission for using my name to market this city. It's actually Gus Manger's idea. I'm not surprised. He's full of ideas, your Mr. Manger. Gus has proven himself time and time again. His work rejuvenated Swordfish industries, and without him, Enrica wouldn't be the city it is today. Gus has been a very valuable member of my cabinet. And the president enthralled in Mr. Manger is get which quick screams. You say that, Mr. Saul, but Mr. Manger is a respectable professional who actually loves this country. I'm like an errand boy doing the bidding of those who line his pockets. I don't intend to take on the role of his personal spokesman. You know, I was in Rizzi a few days ago to meet with our energy partners. I was happy to find out that the royals over there appear to be in favor of pursuing friendlier relations with Swordland. I still don't think they'll do anything to harm their connection with Rumburg, but cooperating with them, I'd like more. I'd like all the allies, please. You're fond of the monarchists now, you all. They must be filling your pockets with Rizian gold. For God's sake, try to see the positive. We all hate each other, huh? We all fucking hate each other. It's your fault that a giant like Gasson was brought to the brink of collapse. I've done Admit it! It was too much of a responsibility for you. A man with your profit-focused mentality would have never been given the keys to such a vital sector. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't even care about either of you. You're both shit. The Star Midfield made a breakaway down the field. The crowd erupted in cheers. Look, we're going to score. Too predictable. They won't make it past the other team's defense. Defense made a crucial block. Such an asshole. Should be a football coach. Don't make me laugh. How about you, Mr. Rain? It's been a while since we last met. Is everything going well at the palace? No. No. It sucks. I'm worried. Swordfish politics is getting complicated again. You have to be careful. You've had the authority for 4 years. Suddenly a huge roar. The crowd was in frenzy as Enrica finally got the pat. Oh my god, they're so cool. Considering that the country's getting mired in internal conflict, you seem almost too composed and calm. I have to be. You know how it is. You know how it be. See an incredibly fast counterattack, scoring a goal. Oh no! The sort of side of the stadium fell completely silent. It was bad luck getting a top-tier Rizian team as our opponent. Still applaud our guys for giving it their best. Not even FC Gelser has ever come this far. Honestly, I don't care about any of this. Don't expect that to make sense for him. You're talking to you, old Alfonso. Sure, I'll be a punching bag for both of you today. The only noise that could be point. Monteclar! Ew, gross. From that moment on, we turned our complete attention to the match in front of us. The Rizian players kept dominating the field. The referee blew the whistle. It was halftime. That was rough. Heard a noise above us. A Zeppelin was flying over the stadium with a giant poster hanging above it. We noticed that it was an advertisement for the U. Alfonso Foundation. At the center of the poster, you can fuck off. Go away. So he held a whimsical compass, glowing with a soft golden light, surrounding him with people from all walks. The fucking golden compass there, guy? Really? The tagline written in elegant and uplifting typography, bringing hope to those in need, one act of kindness at a time. For real? How many bullets have you fucking dodged, idiots? Really? I'm doing my best to increase our exposure and help the homelessness of this country. This isn't some commercial advertisement. Just then the speakers in the stadium started playing a sound recording in full volume. Oh, you're like gross. You're like gross, man. Dedicated to spreading kindness and hope to the less fortunate. Picture it, everybody, close your eyes. A swordland where compassion shines brighter than the stars in the sky, where the power of generosity uplifts those who need it most. That swordland can exist thanks to the Alfonso Foundation. Led by the charismatic and esteemed President Yoel Alfonso, this foundation is on a mission to make a difference in the lives of our fellow citizens, one act of kindness at a time. You call this kindness? Every Swordfish Wren you donate to the Alfonso Foundation helps us provide shelter, food, and a chance for a brighter future to those without a home, without hope. Thanks to the donations of President Alfonso and thousands of Swordfish citizens, the Alfonso Foundation has already lifted hundreds out of homelessness. A couple hundred people? Congratulations to you both. This is how Swordland will eradicate poverty. Okay, man. Okay. What the hell was that? What's wrong? Alfonso, are you not ashamed? You had your whole team to plan affordable housing programs. Instead, you decided to pass the buck to Mr. Rain here. And now you're wasting your time on crap like this. For real? For real? Is this your way of personal redemption, spending a few Wrens out of your billions and portraying yourself as their savior? Unlike you, I'm not portraying myself as a hero here. I retired from politics, and now I'm using my clout to help the poor. What's so wrong about that? Just because I represented myself as a golden god, okay? You know, I never called myself a hero, you all. It was my supporters who portrayed me as one. Don't spin the truth. I don't like either of them. I think they're both kind of shit. I don't comment. No comment. Are you still sore about the party giving you a hard time after I left? Admit it, you all. You never could accept being a less popular leader. You hated living under the shadow of what I built. I did hate working inside his shadow empire. I mean, if you're describing him as having a shadow empire, he is a lot cooler than you. I'm so sorry to tell you. Shadow empire is real cool. So it was I who controlled each and every member. I was behind every problem you face within the USP. Do you really believe that? You're the founder of the party, Mr. Saul. Don't even try to deny your influence over it. Remember how it became divided after you stopped supporting me? It was on them for being blind to the progress we were making. Don't comment. I say shut up. I don't care about either of you. Why don't you take a look at yourself? The same party voted out on the traditions. You think it's a problem by you? Look at yourself. You're the personification of what you tried to criticize. It's like whatever, man. It's like whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's the past. Who cares? Yeah, but don't act like you're above us at all, man. You waved a dismissive hand as if to brush away the notion. Sure. Oh, the second half was in full swing, and Enrican players were aggressively attacking, weaving in and out of defenders with speed. Famous swordist striker, Hakon Zlather, who was in front of the goal. I noticed Saul shifting in his seat, his gaze suddenly locked on the field. Right to the back. Yes! The old jumped from his seat. Suddenly, cheering was interrupted by the linesman raising the flag and making an offside call. Bullshit, that was an offside! Blah, 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 blah. The referee's trying to sound. He was clearly in front of the defenders when he received the ball. Sure. Halt your endless bickering. The linesman made the right call. The angle was all wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Install cameras and analyze every position. I mean, that'd be the better thing to do if we could. The excitement in the stadium reached a fever pitch as the sort of striker dribbled the ball past two defenders and took a shot at the goal again. The crowd held its breath as the ball sailed through the air, but the Mont took her goal. God damn it! He suddenly pointed to a group of people who were following signs. This feels like the calm before the storm. This feels like we've been hitting you with some shit. We're gonna give you a fun little funny game to look at. And then we're gonna start hitting you real hard. We're gonna get back to that whole hitting you right in the head. They need to be arrested for putting up such signs. How liberal of you all. Whatever. It's you they're targeting after all. Like, yeah, you're the ones gonna shot, not me. Suddenly a wave of shouting made us focus on the American player was shown a yellow card. We only watched. It looked as though the match would end in a 1-0 loss for Enrica. Suddenly everything changed. Number 10 of Real Monteclar dribbled expertly towards the goal and effortlessly soared. No! I knew it. We watched in silence as the scoreboard was modified to display Enrica 0, Monteclar 2. It's all over. It's all over. We should go down and console the boys. We left the lounge and went downstairs to congratulate the team for their efforts. Sucks. Heartbreak. We can't even win sports anymore. Can't even win sports anymore. Ooh, I go over all the way to fucking Kairut. I rarely look at the big world. Look at all these other countries I don't know anything about. Alliance of Nations. Oh, that must be fun. There's like a lot of people here. Hi, David Wishing, the rest of the Swordfish delegation. If only we'd invested in them. We could have won a funny match. That definitely would have fixed the depression. The local police escorted us to the Alliance's headquarters. Okay. On entering the building, we were met by a parliamentary guide who briefed us about the procedures. After a strict security screening, the staff ushered us to the 3rd floor. Rosie wants to be pet by me? Oh my god, what a powerful blessing. That rabbit never wants pets. It's so rare. It's like a 5% chance she wants to be pet. All of the world's most powerful people under one gleaming dome. I'm glad to be among them. Everyone's words and actions here will change the world for better or worse. Are you implying that a war is about to break out? Ever since the assassination... correction, David, the second assassination attempt. The second one. You have to be correct about this. Be specific in your words. But it must have been tough for Mrs. Rain and the kids. It sucks. Rumberg needs to go. The United Nations need to come together and understand this is not okay. It's tough to be the president, making harsh decisions and dealing with their consequences. I wish I could have supported you more, but time has been a cruel mistress. You've been fine. I appreciate all the advice. I can see the President of the General Assembly, Mr. Nines, approaching the designated position. Oh, what a handsome lad. Well, the session is about to start. Let's get comfortable. It's going to be a long day. President Nines called the speaker to the floor. It is my great pleasure to invite the Prime Minister of Lesbia to address the Assembly. Patricia Alvarez. Mr. President, it is my pleasure to return to this podium. Let's see how crazy this year's session will get. Surprised he isn't drunk. When I last spoke here, the message I gave was of encouragement and support of this organization and the vital role it plays. Of all the challenges Eastern Marcopa and the whole world has faced since then, one has grown larger and more imminent than any other. The threat of the so-called socialist states and the actions taken by their authoritarian rulers with no regard to national law. A loud noise came from the table of Vogs, and I saw Emmerich Hegel pounding his fists on the table in protests. Looks like the Chancellor's already mad. Today, the need to come together as leaders of the free world is more important than ever. The CSP, under the leadership of United Cantana, has been fueling Vogsland's military-industrial complex and its expansionist aims in Eastern Marcopa. The world cannot turn a blind eye to the increasing naval presence of Vogsland in the Markian Sea. We hereby call for the immediate withdrawal of all naval vessels with any offensive capability from international waters. Without noise, most of Western Marcopa delegates were clapping while others shouted in protest or sat in stony silence. Let us not forget about the recent events that transpired in another state with socialist teachings, a state that wages war against its own citizens. Well then. I'll keep listening. Their purge of the minorities in their country was again largely ignored by the international community. I would go so far as to call it a genocide. Wellen violated our past treaties and mobilized their armed forces, deploying them close to our borders and authorizing them to partake in massacres. Lesbia was affected not only by the large waves of refugees coming from Welland, but by the subsequent government seizure of all our companies that were active in the country. We hereby call the member states to action against Welland and its rogue government. Thank you. Not a bad speech. He walked back to his seat amidst enthusiastic applause from most of the Marcopan delegates. President Nines waited for the noise to calm down. The next victor would be Victor Smolak, President of Welland. He says, that's bullshit, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. When he reached the podium, he fumbled with the microphone for a few seconds, then he smiled at Alvarez mockingly as he raised the height of it. Look at the theatrics. Victor turned to President Nines and bowed slightly. Mr. President. He then turned back at us and stared into the hall for a few seconds. Fellow delegates, it is true that the world today faces a multitude of challenges. In the midst of these challenges, the world's most powerful leaders gather here in Kairut. And what do? They make threats, promote hate, and spread lies. Is this the alliance of nations we all want? Where's the cooperation and friendship? Where's the unity? I want to remind you of the wars the West fought on our soil, of the foreign troops who occupied our country and seized our valuable resources. I want to remind you how they stole the oil from our sacred soil. Not the sacred oil. The NATO soldiers left, but their interference never ceased. The financed armed rebel groups whose only purpose is to create terror inside our country. So, fellow delegates, don't you dare speak about Welland before you acknowledge your involvement in our civil war, before you acknowledge your own dark past. I'll keep watching. As is well known, after the tremendous tragedy of the Welland Civil War, Acacia made a deal with United Cantana where they agreed upon the withdrawal of their troops along with the removal of half our army. Not only did they weaken us, we were left alone in facing the genocidal Blutish Freedom Front with Ato funds together with Rumberg. I will show you some of the evidence of foreign interference. God, he has a large stack of papers. He has a stack of papers! What might be in those papers? Anything! I have clear evidence of direct aid from Rumberg to the Rudish Freedom Front. They smuggled tons of KA-74s in Welland. They smuggled in their spies, smuggled in mercenary commanders. He's got balls. These documents will be published everywhere. aware, copies have already been sent to the investigative affairs of the Alliance of Nations. I expect this organization to do its task and investigate this properly instead of leaving Wellen behind as they've always done. Coming back to the claims of the lesbian representative, first, there's no evidence of civilian massacres by the Wejik forces nor so-called purges of minorities. I didn't have a conversation with anybody asking to take part in it. Second, the operation was limited only to the militant BFF, not the Bloods in general. Third, we know your government is also implicated in the funding of the BFF and that your oil companies aided their militants during the operation. Fourth, as the state, we only took what was ours. The companies the delegate spoke of were not only aiding militants, they were brought to Wellen by force. Know that Wellen will no longer recognize the right of any other country to determine what type of weapons we are permitted to possess or what type of policies we follow within our borders. Wellen stands stronger and more united than ever. Our people have spoken. The companies are sorry, blah, blah, blah. Now I ask every delegate here to read our report on the connections. And I ask the Alliance of Nations to do something. Wellen only wants peace. The people want peace. The country, they're counting on our support and understanding of all the nations of the world. Their proclamation is free Wellen or death. The assembly roared with particularly loud applause coming from the seats of Rickan nations. He seems to be popular with Ricka, doesn't he? Well, he played the victim here pretty strongly, and his anti-imperialist stance has definitely earned him sympathy from Riccans. Most of that continent has not achieved stability after gaining their independence from their colonial suzerains. He said the thing, he said the thing. It's easy to forget it has only been a few years since the revolutions. Victor slowly walked back to his seat as he applauded himself. He saluted the Rickan delegates as he passed them. Martin Van Horten to the podium. He walked over the microphone with quick steps. He was frowning and clenching his fists. I could almost see his jaw trembling. He looked best. Can you blame him? His navy is being harassed by Vogsland every day now. Mr. President, fellow delegates of the Assembly, and friends, it's an honor to be with you today. I wish we could meet under different circumstances. Once again, the CSP nations, and in particular Vogsland, have shown what they are willing to do to achieve their political aims. I must thank the delegates from Swordland for being brave enough to support Agnolia when the whole world left us alone. We were one of the first countries to propose proper cooperation among Eastern Mercopan nations. Yet when we were threatened by Vogslandian expansionism, nobody came to our side. Although Mr. Alvarez voiced his indirect support for us earlier in today's session, I can't keep myself from wondering where he was when our fleets were under attack by the very socialists he spoke about. So here I am, asking for support for the fellow member states of the Alliance of Nations. Agnolia is under attack by Vogsland. A loud banging noise. Mr. President, please moderate the assembly. This is more than disrespect. Order! Order! There will only be order when this coward stops smearing Vogsland's good name. Silence, Chancellor. Mr. Prime Minister, please continue. As you all know, our drilling ships, oil tankers, and even fishing vessels have been disappearing in the Markian Sea, captured or sunk by Vogsland. And the Vogslandian fleet is patrolling the seas around Haleland with complete disrespect to the international laws. I call on the Alliance of Nations to fund a resolution to this never-ending conflict with Vogsland created. We demand the immediate withdrawal of all naval forces from our territorial waters. Millennialist terror surrounds us on all sides. I call the democratic world to action against the tyranny of millennialism, authoritarianism, militarism, and also extremism. All of those isms. The banging noise started again. Hegel stood up and approached the rostrum. You're a spineless jerk, a lackey of Arcasian imperialism. What do you think he's doing? All of your complaints against us are a direct result of your capitalist and neo-colonialist systems. President Hines, please, what is this? Order! President Hines packed his gavel in vain as a shouting match broke out in the assembly. Finally, after a few minutes, the other Vogslandian delegates convinced Hegel to sit back down. I believe I don't need to speak more about this subject. Everything is clear as day. Mr. Hegel's actions speak volumes about the reality of Vogsland and the corrupted ideology. I hope to see this conflict resolved with the help of the Alliance of Nations soon. He quickly left the podium. The next speaker is Emmerich Hegel. Mr. Chancellor, I will remind you to respect the principles of civility and decorum in these halls. Hegel immediately took his place and spoke in a low, seething tone. Thank you, Mr. President. Buckle up. Looks like you're having fun, Mr. President. First of all, I want to extend a due welcome to the new states from Riga that have joined this organization. After fighting for years against colonialism and imperialism, they more than earned our membership vote. I am overjoyed to see them finally represented in this assembly. As our numbers grow and more states are represented in this stage, we come ever closer to finding resolutions to the conflicts that plague us.
For hundreds of years, the dominant economies of Marcopa raised, pillaged, and exploited the continents of Rika and Xena. Sadly, Vogsland was also part of this plunder in the years before the revolution, when it still clung to the idea of imperialism. But when our masses found their voice, the old colonial powers and the new financiers turned against them. These powers did whatever they could to hamper our revolutions. They did not want the people to be heard. They are scared of us for showing the possibility of a better path. Of course, they don't want us to succeed. We threaten the productivity that runs on the blood and sweat of their working class. And now they have started labeling us the aggressors. Yet we all know it was the Arcasians who built up military bases all around Marcopa. It was NATO that was first formed to fight against millennialism. It's kind of exaggerating. Think so? It's not entirely wrong. Vogsland holds the right to protect its territorial waters and trade from threats. The delegates from Lesbia and Agnolia brought up the Falenko Treaty. But what were they doing when NATO forces patrolled the Odessian Sea? They were silent. And what about Helland? What about the Vogs being killed by the Agnolian government because they protested against an appointed governor? Agnolia and their allies in Sorland have no right to claim they are upholding liberty and democracy. Other nations have no right to intervene in the matters between Agnolia and Vogsland. Just as no country in the world has the right to determine what type of naval vessels we use. No country can force us not to defend our seas. If there's a conflict the Alliance can resolve, let's start with the Arcasian base on Ravnos Island. Lesbia has been housing Arcasian troops and missiles by our border for years, and none of the member states even talked about it. I also want the member states to look into the Arcasian bases in both Lesbia and Swordland. And if the Alliance of Nations truly claims to have the people's best interests at heart, they cannot stay silent about what the Agnolian government did in Helland, how they took away the rights of our people. Perhaps then there can be proper dialogue between our nations, and the Alliance of Nations can finally demonstrate that it can serve its intended purpose. But unfortunately, the Alliance of Nations remains all too willing to overlook such human rights violations. However, the Vogsland government is ready as always to fight the forces of oppression and colonial servitude on behalf of free people everywhere. He raised his left fist. Every liberal could have left liberal! Is that Swordlish? Did I catch that right? He said the revolution will come. Yes, it was in Old Voglish. The fuck is that? Very similar to Swordlish, right? Some words are even written the same way, but I'm surprised you caught that from his accent. Most of the delegates from Xena, Rika, and Cantana responded with thunderous applause. Hegel shook his hands with them as he walked back to his seat. President Nines announced the next speaker, Queen Beatrice Livingston. It's her. Dear President of the Assembly, dear delegates, dear leaders of the world. Just as my fellow Eastern Marcopan delegates spoke about the troubles plaguing our continent, I have also to bring attention to the plight of the people of the North. I don't have enough land. I need more of it. The Alliance of Nations, NATO, the CSB, and even OMEC have never supported our people when they've been enough atrocities. Unlike many of the Western countries here, we never received financial aid when natural disasters struck our lands. The pain of our people was never recognized, not even when they faced the threat of genocide by the hands of the Swordish kings. In light of all of that, I implore this alliance to take a closer look at the actions of our southern neighbors. Really, I think they're the bad ones here. Also, the president even wants so far as to blame our country for, spying on him? I don't even get that. And he expects the world to believe his lies? That hag. I can't let her speak about us like that. Let's first hear her out. I hereby invite all of you to determine the initiation of a proper intergovernmental investigation into Swordland. If the Alliance continues to shirk its given duties, you can trust that I will fucking invade all of you if I have to. It is also important to point out that Rumburg will not stand by if more fucking American military is transferred to the Marcopa. Okay? I condemn both NATO and Swordland. I would like more land. Before I finish, I also want to say, Mr. Smollett, I'm looking forward to reading your report. I don't know what this so-called evidence is all about. Know that your slander does not work on us. Know that we are ready to die for our freedom. Know that your kingdom, or our kingdom, stands firm and strong. Expect a grand awakening. Okay. She's declared war on all of you. I hope you understand that. Grand awakening? That sounded like a threat. It was. Mr. Anton Rain, President of Sworthland, I invite you to address the assembly. All right. Good luck, Mr. President. Don't fuck it. In front of me were some of the most powerful leaders in the entire world. I looked them in the eyes. Okay. The representation of Sworthland is pleased to address this assembly. Must appreciate what a significant gathering is addressing. The speakers who preceded me have expressed their concerns about their problems. Sworthland remains committed to the Alliance of Nations and the ideal that gave birth to it. Absolutely. I'd like to stress the importance of these words, Alliance of Nations. Yet we all know how often the noble ideas and bodies remain unfulfilled, their concerns unheard. We must remain devoted to the dream of a peaceful world and free world, a united world, not a fucking worried world. People are still not free from fear. Our world is faced with the dangers of division, the dangers of large military alliances, nuclear arms races. Our century is the century of the struggle for freedom, the century of liberation from foreign occupation. No free from poverty and starvation. Trying to harass the hardcore. As this is changing any of time. Today we are confronted by a difficult choice. Our great achievements may be either used for the benefit or the detriment of mankind. I'm not responding to any of the comments made today. Instead, I want to talk about our responsibilities. I would like to address some of the topics mentioned here today. I got something to say. Condemn Smog's crimes against the Bluish people. I was deeply saddened by the tragic events. I certainly claim that William is the lowest strength, so to be spoken with proper evidence. We are deeply saddened by the tragic events. Sworthland stands together with the Bluish people. They love me. They always have. So, I would like to address the Queen of Rumburg in particular. I would like to pull out my pistol and blow her away. Military post as well. Rumburg's military has tripled. The real threat to Eastern has always been Rumburg. Today is still the case. Sworthland always wants to have peace between our nations. Yeah, you talked about a threat, but your military has tripled? What's that about? I'll condemn your actions and yours. We the diplomatic even when we wanted to be diplomatic even when Rumburg shot down our plane. Sworthland only wanted peace and no baseless accusations. Rumburg continues its aggression. Sworthland will be ready. I also have some evidence. Mr. Smog was right. We have discovered that many militant groups in Sworthland were being financed or armed by Rumburg. Close to Rumburg, I hereby call the Alliance of Nations. I also have more evidence. Also, by the way, Hellstone has branded a traitor Rumburg for blowing the whistle on the country's hidden nuclear facilities. Russia's building nukes. Russia's building nukes, by the way. Service duty. Rumburg gets nuclear. It must be properly. I hereby call to support Sworthland. We are facing an existential threat. That's true. It's true. I wish to see a resolution. Please. I can no longer fail to recognize the machinations of the enemies of peace. We stand and always will stand for the rights of the people of Sworthland, just as those in other continents. As the right actions are not taken, it will be quite evident that international relations cannot continue on such a basis. You can fail to recognize the machinations of the enemies of peace. There can be any more procrastination as to that decision from the wishes of the people of the world. The people of Sworthland and I are honored to have expressed our concerns for this noble assembly. Fucking do something. Peace in Maricopa, peace in the world. Patricia Alvarez started applauding. Well spoken. I hear thunderous applause from half the assembly. Thank you. I left the podium. I walked back to my seat. David did not stop applauding until I sat down. How was it? Not a bad speech, Mr. President. You did well. President Nines announced the next speaker, Dwight Walker.
Mr. President, I want first to congratulate you on your election to this high office. Mr. Secretary, delegates of the Alliance of Nations, ladies and gentlemen, fellow friends, we meet again on our quest to bring peace and light into the world, but even though some of our clouds have lifted, the world has not yet escaped the darkness. The Content and Security Pact is rapidly expanding its influence. It is very troubling to see the democratic nations of Maricopa be threatened by those millennious powers. I refer, of course, to the presence of Oxlandian and Continental fleets in the Markian Sea. They are harassing other nations and hampering international trade. Is this not an attack against world peace? An attack against the free trading nations of the world? Today, our obligations to world peace are being tested by United Content and the Millennium Bloc. If we fail to counter this threat, we will stand idly by and allow them to surround us with their war machines and blockades. The money will not come in. I don't know if you know this. And this unstable peace we believe we had built will be the world's downfall, and posterity will point its finger at us for not stopping it.
This time Hegel had taken off his shoe and was banging the table with it. I have no words. It's getting a bit ridiculous. He's not even ashamed at his age. Despite its claims, the CSP's actions will only bring about war. Yet we still believe United Contan and Arcasia, together with our allies, can come to an understanding for our mutual benefit and our desire to avoid the destruction of the world. No nukes, no nukes, no nukes. Everybody say it with me, no nukes. We don't want that. Nuking nations makes the money go away. But I will say this to the leaders of United Cantana: if either of us is to be secure, we need a peaceful cooperation and not defense systems, forced blockades, or chosen naval superiority. If the Alliance of Nations cannot find a resolution to this conflict, the ATO remains ready and able to react. Hegel stood up with a shoe in his hand. Oh, is he gonna throw it? Is he gonna do the Bush thing?
You're promoting war? Mr. President, this is gonna... Nines slammed the gavel down. Silence! Mr. Chancellor, please let me finish. We did not interrupt you when you addressed the Assembly.
I must also raise my concerns about the threat that Rumberg poses to Eastern Mokopa. The speakers who preceded me clearly showed that tensions are rising. The reports from Welland and Swordland are troubling. The representatives from both countries referred to KA-74 as being smuggled within their borders. Mr. Rain also pointed out the construction of nuclear weaponry in Rumberg. Our intelligence also confirms this. Arcasia and the ATO will stand against the aggression of Rumberg. They are playing a dangerous game, one that may bring ruin to Mokopa and their own lands. I believe the Alliance of Nations can find a resolution to this conflict as well. If not, let it be known that Arcasia will stand together with Swordland. Rumberg cannot do as it pleases. Do you think they can pursue more aggression after that statement? I doubt that. With our membership in NATO and Arcasia's clear support, the Queen needs to be crazy to try anything. Do you think Russia's crazy? Or do you think that they'll be cool? We take a quarter and we flip it. Finally, I propose that the Alliance of Nations undertake the noble cause of helping the people of the world through rewriting and properly enforcing its Human Rights Declaration. The Alliance of Nations cannot survive as a static organization. Its size and duties are increasingly enormously. It should adapt to the changing world. But peace and rights do not rest in the hands of this organization alone. They rely on the hearts of our people and the spirit of cooperation between our nations. So let it be known, my fellow inhabitants of this world, let us take our stand and see if we can finally achieve a lasting peace. Thank you. Most of the Assembly applauded the speech, the ATO delegates in particular. I'm you. The applause continued for some time. Walker shook hands with various delegates on his way back to his seat. We have one final speaker before the break, Leon Milenev.
Milenev himself. Honorable Chairman and fellow delegates of the Alliance of Nations. Here we are again at the most esteemed meeting of state representatives in the world.
However, increasingly we are being threatened, disregarded, attacked, or ignored in this assembly. The representative of Arcasia has just shown this unfriendly attitude towards us yet again. Arcasia would have you believe that we are standing in the way of lasting peace, yet the peace they talk about was only possible thanks to our missiles and our growing base in the developing world. NATO kept waging wars against people's revolutions and forcing new independent states to be their puppets, binding them to themselves to the Arcasian lira. And now yet another Arcasian president is telling us that we are the aggressors and they are the keepers of peace. We will not be silent anymore against these lies. When was this peace you talk about? Or was this cooperation between our countries? Have you ever accepted our invitation to talk about denuclearization? If you don't like us, don't accept our deals, don't listen to our concerns, and keep pointing fingers at us, why did you invite us? Every year, United Container comes to this assembly to address the real problems of real people who suffer because of our systems, your wars, and your ignorance. Whether you like it or not, we'll keep representing the laborers, the slaves, the oppressed of this world, and believe it or disregard it, history is on our side. We say to the representatives of capitalist countries, come and visit us. Come and see the revolution working in Cantana. Show our continent to your people without distorting the reality. If you cannot do that, then you need not come. We believe socialism will triumph over capitalism in the end. Such is the logical conclusion of the development of mankind. Some other delegates booed.
Milenev's living in his dreams.
You think? You can keep laughing, gentlemen. Communism will bury you. Suddenly the laughing turned into shouting. If you really believe in cooperation, we will be waiting. We're not going anywhere. However, if NATO keeps intervening in our matters, it is natural that the CSB would react. Despite threats from NATO, Rumburg, or any nation or organization, we must not succumb to further division and violence. We must ask ourselves, what do the people of our countries expect of us? They surely don't want war and bloodshed. So let us leave to our children and grandchildren good memories of our time and a better future for all. Let them look at history and say, once there were great divisions and complex problems, but the leaders of the world came together in the Alliance of Nations and succeeded in settling them into order to ensure our peaceful lives. Let us act as this, such a way to make this session not a session of threats, but a session of hope and the realization of them. The government of United Cantana and the United People of Cantana are ready to serve their duties for world peace. Long live the People's Revolution. Nah. The assembly broke into massive applause. The applause continued for some time. Malenev slowly walked back to his seat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will reconvene later in the day for the final agenda items and closing remarks.
That was a lot.
Tensions are too high. Tensions are too high. We are like about to do a whole world war. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen in this game. Ooh. Ooh. I guess I go back to my country now. Open country. No. I want, Oh, no. There we go. What we got here? Move personal wealth to Cairo. Oh. No, I don't think that's a good idea. We have received the schedule for the upcoming Alliance of Nations session. According to the dates outlined, Swordsland 1 is being prepared for a flight to Constantium, Cairo. Minister of Foreign Affairs David wishes you would attend in the sessions while accompanying Mr. President on the flight. Why do I want to move my wealth to Cairo? My future in Swordland is in doubt. It may be the right time to diversify my resources by keeping my money reserves safely abroad in case of an unexpected departure. I'm very confident that all will be well. We stay. We are not quitters. We are not cowards. Chancellor Hegel's disgrace at Alliance of Nations. That's exactly right. David had scheduled a private meeting with me, but he didn't specify what it's about. Mr. President, may I come in? Oh, yeah. Slowly made his way. First of all, thank you for your time. Don't mention what's wrong. I'm tired. Oh, I know the feeling, trust me, I know. Sometimes you just want to throw away all the responsibility and escape. Perhaps into the wilderness, perhaps to the sea. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, men of power are bound by duty and the responsibility of the nation. What a privilege for me. I had the chance to watch my student grow into a fine and strong leader in my lifetime. What a privilege indeed. You have brought reform to Swordland. You, my student, actually did it. You don't know how proud I was to be alongside you. Oh, nice. Much more awaits. This is literally only the start, okay? I know that I could open this funny graph and it would give everyone depression, but I won't do that. I know my student, I know you. You have the capability to do so much more. David coughed again, this time for longer. I overheard a conversation the other day near a newspaper stand. It piqued my interest, so I kept listening. They were talking about you.
Hate him.
They were calling you a radical centrist. What do you think about that? What does that mean? Sure. My father, Archer Eswish, used to say, always know yourself. It's good to know that you do. So the elections are fast approaching. How are you feeling about your chances? I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful. That is what a leader should say. I'm afraid I have an announcement to make to you. Are you getting too old for this? You're getting a little bit too old for all this, I have a feeling. After the term's done, I will be retiring. Yep. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't expecting this. I've been in this line of work for many decades now. I swore an oath to myself years ago. I would quit if I ever felt like I didn't have the physical capability to serve anymore. At that point, I'd become a hindrance. Time's come, Mr. President. My bones are aching, my hands are shaking, my voice is failing. Besides, I'm sure you can find a young minister who is a little more full of life. They winked at me and chuckled, which turned into another cough. You've been a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Thank you for your service to this country. It was an honor, Mr. President. I hug him. Before I go, I want to mention something. He looked around before grabbing my arm and lowering his voice. We are probably being watched, so I must be very brief. What do you fucking mean we're being watched? Be careful of the military. I think they are planning something. I've lived long enough to see 2 coups in my lifetime, and let's just say I've gotten better at recognizing the signs. You must remember what happened to my father, Anton. Just be careful and take care of your family. We all know what's coming. Best of luck, Anton. Thank you. Okay. So fun, so cool, so lovely. Lilius Graf challenges Anton Rain. Very fun. People's Front coming strong. Arcasia's strategic checks on CSP forces. Yup. Swordfish Foreign Minister retires. He's retiring. Rumberg possesses nuclear weapons. Balance of the world's about to change. Yay. With the now ex-Interior Minister challenging President Rain following a resignation, a Congress has been called at which members of the USP will determine the party's future leadership. Yay! Yay! And AN Intelligence has confirmed the information from Rumbergian whistleblower was true. Rumberg does have nuclear weapons capable of threatening Swordsland and Eastern Mokopa. Sucks. Sucks lots. Friday afternoon in the office.
Mr. President, there's a problem.
Lucian, there's always a problem. What are you talking about? Mr. Hall wants to speak with you. He's in the White Room. Please follow me. Do you know what it's about? Okay. What's going on here? Mr. President, I'm here to let you... Oh, fuck. It's a set of dominoes. They're all leaving. I'm here to let you know that I will be handing you my resignation shortly. What's the meaning of this? I'm resigning from my position. I simply cannot go on anymore. Why? I suppose I owe you an explanation. I have failed my mission as the Minister of the Economy. Yeah, we are in a depression. You're supposed to stop that. Instead of stopping the recession, we made it worse. I blame myself. I couldn't offer you better solutions. I have proven that I am unfit to serve as the Minister of Economy in Swordland. I will resign at the end of our term. Yay! 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 Simon and Lucian left and I took a seat alone. Ooh, it's fun. It's really fun. Future of Rain's cabinet. we gotta, like, get some people in. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We got 2 funny empties here and a 3rd one coming fucking soon. Okay. I love Congress. A candidate was challenging an incumbent president. Serge was driving me to the Grand National Assembly. I looked out the window as we passed the small forest dividing the Maroon Palace and the Assembly. This game is depressing. I didn't realize it would be. I announced my candidacy, and then I remembered how a few years before that you all challenged Darkwing Saul. It is the cycle. I'm good. That's good to hear. Serge made a left turn out of the forest and into the vast garden area of the Assembly. I still don't believe how Miss Graff could run against you. She owed her position to you. Some people have no respect or gratitude, Serge. Indeed, sir, it makes me sad to see a respectable woman like Miss Graff act in such a way. Serge is a real one. Serge is fully, like, he is locked in. Good luck, Mr. President. See you on the way back. Thank you, Serge. I entered the building and joined the crowd of influential politicians, blah 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 blah. I tried to mentally prepare for my speech, but the lingering memories from the first 2 leadership races were making it hard for me to focus. Suddenly, Peter approached me and put his hand on my shoulder. My man's here! Come on, let's get this vote over with. Let's do this. Hell yes, we got this. You're gonna win in a landslide. That's our 2 real ones there, Surgeon Peter. Surgeon Peter got my back, always. I will. As if on cue, Lilius strode past me into the hall, accompanied by a large group of her supporters. Instead of her usual beige, she wore a sun-yellow skirt and blazer. Gloria Tori was on her right, Yosef was on her left. I tried to ignore them as I entered the hall. Peter and I took our seats and waited for the session to begin. Look, it's starting. He's about to introduce the candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today in the 28th Congress of the United Swordland Party for the 3rd leadership race in its history. On the occasion of my 20th year in this party, I am honored to be opening this historic session today. The members of the USP will soon be voting on whether President Rain or Lilius Craft shall assume leadership going forward. Before we begin the selection process, I would like to invite both candidates to give very short speeches. First, I will invite Anton Rain, the 4th president of Swordland and the chairman of our party. Yay! Fellow members of the USP, which I love. We have achieved so much, and we have so much more to achieve. I took on the responsibility to fix our constitution, and in fact I did, and it's just that a lot of people seem to be forgetting that I made that happen. I did. I fought to make it a reality. I'm pretty fucking cool sometimes. I'm here to do more to bring meaningful change. Help me continue our fight to make this country great. I promise I will get the fucking goddamn economy under control. I will bring the rent down. What I have achieved cannot be denied. Okay, let's fucking unite, guys. I'm not gonna mention her, I'm just gonna say I'm really cool. I want the conversation to be about me and not her. Do you really want to give control of the party to a woman? Conservatives, what are you doing? Elect me again, please. Vote Rain. The campaign music started blaring again as I left the podium. Lucian shook my hand again as I walked back to my seat to the sound of loud applause. I'll have to see if the applause is louder for her. You did well. You had them in the palm of your hand. Thank you, Peter. Now I'd like to invite Lilius Graf. We all know her from her accomplishments in Arvre and Hallsword. And of course I've had the personal pleasure of working with her in this administration. So I'd like to take this opportunity to endorse her candidacy. Yeah, knew that was coming. I urge you all to vote for her, the first future female president of Swordland. Knew that shit was coming. So when he couldn't use you to weasel his way into my job, he went running to her. Yep. I know he couldn't be trusted. Let's welcome the former Minister of the Interior of Swordland, Lilius Graf! Yay! Lilius walked up to the podium, accompanied by an old nationalist song about the Swordist Civil War. Aliete Nurknia! Her eyes had a fire in them that I had never seen before. Fellow compatriots, it is an honor to be a candidate for the leadership of our great USP. She pulled out a handkerchief and dabbed at her eyes. Forgive me, this beautiful song fills me with such emotion. When I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, it makes me cry. It brings me hope to see all the energy in this Congress Hall today, but hope alone does not suffice. I don't want to listen to songs any longer. I want us to sing them from the rooftops. What is it that you want, sons and daughters of Swordland? I'll tell you right now. You want a president who will stand bravely against the wealthy elites in their mansions rather than kowtow to their every demand. That's literally never what I've done. You want a Swordland that protects its own rather than letting in foreigners who have no respect for our culture. That's not how that works. Not how that works. You want a strong, united Swordland. I'm here to tell you that none of those things are possible as long as Anton Rain is in office. As those who rule the state become more and more alienated from the values that make us who we are. And the deplorables who stand silent against— oh, you can't say that word. That ends your candidacy. Everybody knows that. Who stand silent against us sink to deeper quagmire of moral and cultural corruption. During Mr. Rain's term, the USP lost its identity and risked losing its supporters. He made an alliance with the PFJP completely against our party's wishes. He tore his own wife away from the rightful place at home and forced her into politics in the name of women's liberation. And he did all of that without even managing to fix the recession. Sorters people are still suffering. He's a disgrace. He's disgusting. We should have him shot right now. Oh, screw you, Lilius. Don't worry, let her say what she wants. I don't know. The economy is really fucked. After nearly 4 years of the president behaving abominably against all my advice, I had no choice but to tender my resignation. For I believed we could achieve such more. For I still believe in the idea of a united Swordland. I appeal to your innate sense of honor and dignity as Swordish people. Elect me as your leader, and I promise that with the Lord on my side, I shall elevate this party and this glorious nation to the heavens. I will have the angels come down and take our country into heaven itself. You're scaring me, lady. We will go into the 9th sphere of heaven, the Empyrean. Your time leading this country is through. I am here to bring down the walls you built. Thank you. Have a nice one. No. All right. Let's see. What do you want? I assure you, it's nothing personal. My loyalty is to the party. Yeah, whatever. I wish you'd said something to me beforehand. It doesn't matter if you're mad at it or not anymore, sir. Well, nothing's set in stone until we see the results. Good luck. Yeah, I think after all, we sat back down and waited for the announcement. After some time, Lucinda appeared on the stage again. The results are ready. All right, let's see it. After counting every vote, we have come to a conclusion that is the winner of today's leadership vote is determined to be— shut up, you asshole. Oh, she got it. The hall reverberated with thunderous applause. I congratulate our new leader and our next candidate for president. I couldn't believe it. For a moment, my sight darkened. I want her to fucking fix the economy. Show me she can do it. Everything became a blur. Are you okay, Anton? I need a moment. I sank down in my seat and sighed deeply. We had a good run, didn't we? Peter laughed. Sure, buddy. If you had to do it all over again, knowing this was how it would end, would you? Sure. That's Anton Rain, always the optimist. Say fine, I'll leave now. Fuck it. Of course we can. Do you already have a plan? Oh, I could fucking ruin her. I could run third party and fucking end her entire life. I'll endorse the latest and continue my membership. Nothing's over yet. What's the best way to even handle this? I mean, I would leave politics personally. I wouldn't want to fucking deal with this shit anymore. We could ruin her life by going into another party. I don't know about starting my own party. Nobody likes me. I mean, it would be good to stay loyal to my party so they don't literally stab me on the way out. It would probably be the smart thing to just endorse her and move on. That's the correct thing to do in politics. Yeah. I see. I guess you can always run against her 4 years from now. But now we have to plan our next steps. He was right. We needed a plan. Maybe this was just the beginning. What do you mean this is just the beginning? What are you talking about? Rain endorses Graf. He graciously offered his endorsement, vowing to continue campaigning for United Swordland in the coming elections. We may have criticized his leadership in the past, but we are pleased that Swordland finally has a president who knows when to hand over the reins. No pun intended. Sucks. With the election looming, I'd practically been sleeping in the Room Palace lately, but tonight I made a deliberate effort to get home early. Frank was coming to dinner for the first time in months. I told everyone I wanted a family supper, just like in the old days. Monica had promised to cook something special. The usual crowd of protesters was waiting for me outside the gates of the complex. The guards formed a cordon to let me through. I just go to the door. I hurried past them, went inside, and locked the front door behind me. I heard footsteps coming my way. Hi, Papa! I love Deanna still. I still have a daughter. How was school today? Deanna shrugged. It was stupid. It was whatever. I won a prize or something. I think they were teaching girls different stuff than because they knew we were smarter than boys. You might be right. Deanna smiled and pointed to the kitchen. Mama's in there. I gotta do some homework before dinner. I followed her with my eyes as she went upstairs. She was starting to look more and more like her mother. I stepped into the kitchen. Monica was stirring a pot on the stove, her back turned to me. I hugged her from behind. She screamed and talked to Ladle. God, Anton, don't startle me like that. You know I'm still on edge after the parade. Can't a man grate his wife? Yes, of course, just walk in a little more loudly next time. Why don't you go fix yourself a drink in the living room? I'll let you know when dinner's ready. I sat down in the living room, poured myself a bit of whiskey, and flipped through one of Monica's women's magazines. Hey, if I did nothing else, I fucking liberated women. They gotta give that to me in the fucking future. The history books will look kindly on me with respect to women. They will look back on me very kindly. Not much about the economy, though. Suddenly, Frank bushed through the door. Sorry I'm late. Are some of the guards outside new? I had to convince them I was really your son. They might be. Ooh, are they actually gonna kill me? That'd be really stupid. I endorse Lilius. There'd be no reason for them to kill me. He flung his backpack in a corner and sprawled out in a chair. Shit, Dad, that parade was a close call. I thought the ball was bad. Too close. Before I could respond, Deanna came running down the stairs. Frank! Frank! Hey, Pipsqueak. The two of them ignored me for a moment and started chatting away about their schools. Monica appeared in the doorway and smiled warmly at the sight of the three of us. Dinner's ready. The three of us gathered around the dining room table. Monica ladled out bowls of zabla. What the fuck is zabla? The stew tasted as good as it smelled. I raised my glass. Monica, Frank, and Deanna slowly followed suit, looking puzzled. The past 4 years have tested our strength as a family. Yeah, she's gonna reverse all that. But then history it'll be one of those things where history's like, oh, he was really ahead of his time in that respect. I'm so grateful. I'm so proud of us getting through it all together. We deserve some time off together as family. Monica's eyes were shining. But right now, we need to get out of the country. Yeah, I think we should retire at the end of this. Monica, Frank, and Deanna looked at me in shock. Anton, you can't do that, not for my sake. I can and I will. Monica sighed heavily. I suppose the politics world might not take you seriously after your presidency ends anyway. There's still so much that needs to be done for Swordland, so maybe you're not the one to do it. I know things will be easier for me once everyone stops talking about how I really got into All Sword State. Does that mean we're not gonna live here anymore? We can go anywhere. As I spoke, I felt like a weight was lifting from my shoulders. I knew I'd made the right choice. I'm still going to keep fighting for women's rights, no matter who wins the election. I won't stop fighting for the causes I believe in, too. Monica and I smiled at each other. Cool, it'll be an adventure! Can we finish dinner now? Of course. The four of us dug into our food and started talking about what we'd do once I was no longer president. When we were done, I went up to my study and started drafting my retirement speech. Yay! Family man. USB cancels alliance with PFJP. Yep, that's how that goes. Hope is not lost. In today's Communist Party rally, this PPS leader danced in a speech they may have censored us from the press, split us from the streets, took away our voice, blah 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 blah. Read the report. With the new powers that has been granted, the Swordfish military has assumed responsibility for keeping peace within Swordland's borders, overriding local police authority. Extra troops have been dispatched to Camp Strongarm to manage the growing unrest. Yay! 2 minutes to midnight. Yay. Maybe I should have gotten out. I woke up to a loud knock on the door. Are they gonna fucking Roman off me? There's like no reason for that. Who else? Who could it be at this hour? Huffing and puffing, I put on my slippers. I looked at the other side of the bed. Monica was sleeping soundly. This doesn't feel like winning. I could see Yosef. What in the fuck is the point? I literally endorsed her, you stupid jackass. I endorsed her and I'm resigning. You're so stupid. I was met with 20 to 30 men waiting near personal trucks, all in full combat gear. As I opened the door wider, they started moving towards me. What the fuck are you doing? I entered and went through every room, checking for threats. Once they were done, they stood ready. Yosef walked in. Soldiers saluted him. What are you even doing? I already resigned. This is so pointless. You're so stupid. You've committed a high treason and conspired against the will of our people. How long have you been planning this? Okay. You're really weird. This is a very strange turn of events. The military had no choice but to take over the government. The Grand National Assembly is hereby abolished, along with the immunity of members of the Parliament. In addition, a curfew is now in effect, and all gatherings are banned until further notice. All government officials who are suspected of betraying their country will be tried in military court and made to answer for their crimes. That includes you. Do I have, like, a gun? I could just shoot him. You're destroying our democracy. Take him away. I don't want to see his face. He'll wait in a cell in Antel-Rock prison until his trial. A soldier started approaching me. Anton, no, I won't let you take him! Deanna appeared at the top of the stairs. She rubbed her eyes in disbelief. Mama, what's happening? Monica pulled on my jacket. A soldier moved in and shoved her away forcefully. Tears welled up in her eyes. Anton! Take care of Deanna. You can't take him away, please. This is unconstitutional. We're a bad country, Monica. You don't understand. I'm not. No. I'm resisting. The soldier angrily pulled out his rifle. He hit me in the head with the gun stock. My eyes closed. The engine rumbled to life and the truck started moving. Yay! 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 Sometime later. This country needs to stop having coups, for fuck's sake. It has too many. We've had like 15 of them. That's not the right amount. I was making my 14th scratch on the wall when the warden opened the cell door. It was my first time seeing a person since the military detained me. He put handcuffs on my wrists and we started walking. I barely had enough energy to ask where we were going. I just assumed the worst. He told me today was the day of my trial. They might just shoot me. While we were walking, I caught a glimpse of my reflection in a metal door. My beard had grown and my cheeks were sunken. The condition I had sealed them were showing. I was the only one loaded into the prison truck. After a couple of hours had passed, we finally came to a stop. After I exited the vehicle, I held my head up and saw the insignia of the Supreme Court. Soldiers grabbed my arms and led me inside. They gestured towards the table in the courtroom. I don't want to have to sit through all this shit. Looking around, I saw the flags of the Swedish Armed Forces hanging down from the walls, covering the crest of the Supreme Court. The room was completely empty except for me and the soldiers on guard. I looked at the vacant seats on the bench. The door entered and General Yosef Valencia entered alone. The soldier saluted and he saluted back. I watched him take a seat comfortably. Normally you're supposed to rise when a judge enters this room, Mr. Rain. Fuck off, die in hell. Cranky, aren't we? Just put you in a cell or whatever. There's no time to waste, let's begin. This military court will now handle the case of Anton Rain, the former president of Swordsland. Do you know why you're here? No. Acting innocent until the end. You're accused of high treason against Swordsland, Mr. Rain. You are Satan.
Shut your mouth, you'll only speak when you're spoken to.
You have failed to govern your people instead. As a result of your actions, they are revolting. If you can't put an end to this, then we will. You've allowed our military to degrade, causing direct danger to the integrity of our country and our people. You spat on the very foundations this country was built upon. It is clear to me that you are actively trying to destroy our country from the inside, and the enemy of Swordsland must pay the ultimate price. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Rain? It doesn't fucking matter what I have to say, dipshit. No, not really, I'm just gonna shoot you. You know what, screw you. You dare say that to the head of our own country's military? You're an incorrigible traitor, Mr. Rain. I wanna hit him. Okay, I'll look back and curse your name for what you have done. Fucking get on with it. No need to delay this further. I'll announce the verdict on this case. At least fucking kill me a fun way. Boiled in oil! Supreme Court of Swordsland, Josef Lencia tapped the gavel. The sound echoed in the empty courtroom. He rose from his seat. Knowing what was coming next, you felt that you... angry at everyone who betrayed me. The next words you heard were, I hereby decide that you are guilty. You thought as about how you would go down in history as the victim of yet another one of Swordsland's coups. But he wasn't done speaking. For the magnitude of the crimes you've committed against Swordsland, I am sentencing you to life in prison. God damn it, just kill me. Soldiers grabbed your arms and started walking you towards the door. As you're walking, I will fucking take revenge. Your cell was cold and lonely. The only decorations you put on the damp, dark walls were photos of Frank and Deanna. For a while, reading was the only thing you could do. After finishing the precious book sent by Monica, you kept yourself busy by writing your own memoir. You're happy that at least your family was allowed to visit once a month. Time flies in jail. You learned in prison that after 2 years, the military junta finally gave the power back to people. The political parties and the Grand National Assembly were established. You... fuck 'em. Hope that someone would hang him for his crimes. Frank visited you for the first time in years, bringing along his wife and son. They reminded you of your own family in better times. You held your grandson for the first time. He squirmed and started crying in your arms. Frank told you that he'd joined the ranks of the People's Freedom and Justice Party. Fucking good for you. Congratulate him. Fuck all the others. After 7 years in jail, Swordsland's new president finally granted amnesty to political prisoners from the military rule days. You looked at yourself in the mirror as you were packing up your belongings to leave. You'd grown old. You took your first step outside. Freedom felt good. Monica, Deanna, and Frank were waiting for you. Unfortunately, the years hadn't been kind to Monica. They hadn't been kind to you either. Getting used to being a free man took years. You finally felt confident enough to plan out what to do with the rest of your life. You chose to... fucking retire to the countryside. Get the fuck out of there. Life was good. You took up various hobbies like gardening and woodworking. Out of boredom, you became a carpenter. Your new pastimes earned you just enough money to get by. You had all the time in the world. A week after your 66th birthday, a woman knocked on your door. She was a young upstart journalist, fascinated by your life story. No matter what you did, she kept coming back. Finally, you gave in. She said she was working on a book about you. I'll help her, I guess. After many hours of interviews, she said that she had enough information and disappeared from your life. You looked up the name she'd given you, but you couldn't find it anywhere. You suspected she'd used an alias. You heard a knock on your door. It was the delivery man with a large, heavy package. The package was filled with copies of books. There was a small note on top of it. Thank you, Carol Circus. Oh, interesting. It was titled Suzerain, the story of Anton Rain. You faintly smiled. Yay! Yay! Isn't that fun? Isn't that fucking fun, everyone? Wasn't that a fun game we fucking played together? I like that it allowed for that. I'm glad that it can. It's an interesting game that has a lot of different sides to it. Like it can go very far either way, I think. Yeah, that's about where I played it. We were a bad country, so I tried to get as much capitalism going as possible, and you can see I tried reforming a good amount. Interesting that they have everybody in political compass here. It is over, yeah, this is the end of the game. Interesting. Yeah, Tarquin's, that's about where I expected. This is not, this is not quite where I am in real life. I'm in a different place, but this is how I played in game. Albin Clavin. Ewald Alfonso, yeah, he was way more capitalist than I was. Suhail, Minusun Lake, that's fun. I like that. I like having the whole political compass there. Yeah, that's where Bernie Sanders was. He was way over there. Interesting. So Bernie's like daughter came and made a book about me. We had yet another coup. Preceded by Ewald, succeeded by the military. Fucking take that, Lilius, you fucking dumb piece of shit. I'm so glad you got through it. I should have left. I should have left the country. Just figured all would go well. No! Not the fucking PowerPoint. They're hitting us with the PowerPoint now. All right, let's look at it. 1.6 million people lost their jobs. 81% fewer maternal and infant deaths were recorded. That's an enormous amount. We were in a really bad place with that, so we did fix one of the things. During street clashes, 52 police officers and 228 protesters were killed. 8,000 protesters were arrested. About 800 people were killed during clashes. Okay. 102,000 conscripts joined the workforce. 3,000 people with blue shirts were jailed and 239 were killed. 3,000 about 4,000 legal cases were delayed. Joined the workforce. Ooh. Over 500,000 women joined the workforce, and nearly 1 million girls were enrolled at secondary education for the first time. If I did anything at all, I lifted women out of poverty. Nobody else, apparently, but I fucking helped women. So, fucking take that, I guess. If Anton Rain is known as anything, he loved women. Declared bankruptcy. ATO officers arrived in Swordland. No help were they. State employees lost their jobs. That's fun. Are you sure you want to end the game? I mean, what else? Yes. What else is there for me to do? Yay! How fun. What a lovely country that I enjoy and don't hate. I had a feeling things were gonna go bad after the first session I did of this. I felt that it was a lot more than I came in expecting from it. It was an interesting game though. I enjoyed it. Ending sucks for me, but you know, happens, I guess. Alright, well, that's fun. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 10. I don't think anything's been decided for next week, but we play many things, so if you enjoyed this, we play stuff all the time. We have a Discord, we have a YouTube, we have many things. But I will end it here. I will hit the main menu, and get out of my computer. I lost. Sucks.